Hello, everyone, and welcome to Quest of Chaos. This is the Chaos Agents, and we are virtual. We're in our underground, undisclosed, above ground locations.
Underclothes locations.
I'm in my underclothes, but you weren't supposed to tell them that, Thomas.
Yeah, that's supposed to be the below the desk secret.
All right, am I the only one wearing pants? I take this seriously, guys.
Why would you do that?
You guys lucky I put clothes on at all.
You know, here's the thing. I had to loosen the belt a little. These 4 weeks. Yeah, it's
It'll do it.
I'll do that.
Amy calls it the quarantine 15.
Yeah,
The world calls it that.
Yeah.
it is here. But I did wear pants for you guys, so there it is.
Excellent.
Prove it.
So, first thing that we want to do, as always, is thank our good friends at Gordon Biersch. I got an email from them today.
You're fired.
We're looking like mid-May for our next shipment. So,
What?
Nice.
you know,
All right.
that could be a good prognosis, maybe, or
Gonna be the first ones after they fire up the furnaces post COVID. I don't know. Hit or miss, huh?
COVID, as some may say.
all right. So we're gonna do some announcements. Then we're gonna get into the game at some point today.
Okay.
What? Is that how we do things around here?
Nah.
What about
Yes.
movies?
About movies. We are using the Nord Games luck deck tonight. They're great partners. If you use right now, they have 50% off their digital assets, and that is there's a code. I believe when you go there, it's way better than our chaotic 20 code for the digital assets. And just like Mage Armor and Rage, they don't stack. But you can get their digital assets, which we are actually using tonight and last week in our Roll 20, were straight from those guys. So go ahead and check them out and send them your love. What else? So we're doing some podcast updates. This is more announcement time. So there is a new podcast out there in our podcast network. It is called One Shots and Short Shots. And it is available at questofchaos.com/podcasts or ! Podcasts in the chats. Here, podcasts. I always type in cats. I always type in podcasts.
I was
Podcast.
gonna type in that entire URL, but I was just like, I'm just gonna wait for Hef.
So Saltmarsh is up there. So if you were wondering where Saltmarsh was going to be, it's going to be there. We will be adding some of our other shorter shots to that feed as well in the near future. So there's a YouTube playlist that matches that as well. And right now on the YouTube playlist, there is Saltmarsh and there are Stranger Things. There is Stranger Things. There are Stranger Things.
It's all strange.
But those will be coming to the podcast at some point too, as soon as I tell Tiana about it.
I was about to say, this is his way of telling me what to put on the on the short shots and one shots stream, because that's usually my bailiwick.
Yeah. So we also have another show coming, and that show is called Untitled, the Untitled Quest and Chaos podcast. That is Amy and I talking about stuff here at the channel, talking about some Kickstarter stuff, doing some other things like that. And that will be up on YouTube tomorrow morning, and then podcast, we will figure out when that's going up. But the feeds are made.
Are you guys going to do like special guests?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we are. We actually have an interview lined up. We did one interview already for this podcast, Tassi Yawadashra. And we have another interview coming up with Chris Haskins of Nord Games.
Nice.
Loading up the roster here, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we're starting that. That'll be fun. You guys will be on eventually to discuss things that you guys do.
I play Ruckus.
I don't do it.
That's all I
just
say.
here.
And 45 minutes of silence.
Everyone but Aaron will be.
No, you will give me my 45 minutes of silence podcast.
All right. So that those are our updates. Unless anybody else has anything else, Carbon 2185 last night was super fun. Thank you, Warren. And I believe people have given bits because it was so good.
Oh man, got them fooled. But thank you guys so much
you,
for
Amy.
tuning in last night.
Appreciate it.
I had a lot of fun. Glad that you guys did too.
So
Aaron will be joining us next week.
Yay!
But who knows?
We missed
I have
Monium
words.
so badly.
They're gonna throw you to the lions.
Yeah, I have
The
words for
robot
you.
line. The what?
I've got words for your character. You left us in the arms of a gang. So
I apologize. I can't wait. Oh man, but you killed a
I-
lot of
I-
innocent people.
I fully intend to punch Herbs out.
I did not kill any innocent people at all. Now, Kairoga forklifted about 3 of them.
3 children. Yeah.
Yeah.
They were trying to kill us.
I am wrong. You're right. Yeah.
She drove a
So-
forklift
sorry.
through them.
I was about to say, please explain forklifted.
Yeah.
Oh, they
Yeah.
Impaled
Forklift.
them on a forklift.
It's
Yeah.
as fun as it sounds.
It's great.
I feel like that's like from some 90s action film.
It was very
Or
Amy.
something.
So we're going to start off with you guys with 4 inspiration here. We'll use these big guys.
I guess I'm keeping track of this over here too.
You?
Yes, you
Throw
are.
them to me. I'll catch it.
Chuck him at the camera.
Hmm,
You got to
Cracking the camera for the rest of the stream.
All right. So we are going to start off with the Hefner because he is the Hefner and he's going to go start his computer at work. All right. So we have 1,500 bits, these small guys.
Uh-oh.
Hey.
Yeah. The small
Thank
ones go to the
you.
DM.
Oh no.
Yeah.
However, he is also amazing. So 3 of these guys for you. So that
Thank
puts
you
you
so
at
much.
7.
We're at 7 now.
Hef, thank you.
I don't have enough of these big ones.
That's a
You
good
keep-
problem to have.
Imago Tor. I'll just keep like recycling the same ones over and over again. Imago Toro with 1,000 bits for Warren and Carbon 2185.
Thank you so much,
Nice.
Tamagatoro.
That
Nice.
is
Appreciate
that
you.
separately? That's separately than this one.
Yeah, those are all separate.
All right. Wow. Plus another 1,000 bits to the players. I'm just gonna like move the stack over here.
Thank
and
you.
pretend it's-
Thank you,
Um,
Tony. What the hell?
yes, and then another 500 bits for no pants bow.
Okay. All right. It's gonna take more than 500 bits to get
Prove
no
it.
pants below.
Prove it. We don't want to set that precedent either.
I
we
lied.
We have 500 bits for the players from Squeal the Bard.
Hey,
Thank you
Ben.
so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank you very
Ben.
much.
And also 500 bits because Bo and Kelly are engaged.
Yes.
500
yes.
bits for your engagement.
Mild
you.
shock.
Thank
If you like it, then you put a inspiration token on it. I don't
Yeah.
Yeah.
It costs a little more than that.
Only a little.
It has a hole in it.
It
You
does.
can wear it as a ring.
If I played around with that, I might not get it off. I'm not. gonna
Thank
even do
you. Thank you very much. If you guys want to see the ring, Kelly told me she'd come show it on stream if you wanted to. So you let me know.
it. Yes.
500,
Yes.
500 bits and you can see the ring.
I see how you are.
Speaking of that, we have 500 bits from 3 Fingers 60 for you guys. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. And the Hefner, 2,000 bits. Two more 1,000 bits.
Oh, wait a minute. He redefined that. 1,500 for no pants, 500 for the ring.
Okay. So
So he's got to
1,500
prove it to get it.
Pants is more.
yeah. No pants bow gets
That's the right
3
answer, Aaron.
inspiration. And the ring gets 1 inspiration.
One inspiration.
So that's another 4.
Yeah. What is that total now you have, Tiana?
19. 19.
Wow.
I
Yeah.
guess.
I'll add it
It's
up.
been a while.
Is amazing. I've got 3. It's
Thank you,
fine.
Tony.
It's fine.
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. So last time on Chaos Agents, you traversed the open ocean in a dinghy, powered by the decanter of endless water, with Warren like keeping a strap and a look on it to make sure it doesn't go anywhere into the ocean.
100%.
I think that's the magic item we have abused the most. Is
It really
this water.
So part of why I love that thing is that in my 3-year Drow Wars campaign, I had one of those and I used it I abused it as much as you guys have. So I love that. I love that
Nice.
decanter. It's amazing. I shot a lot more people with it, but
They got to drink from
Now-
the fire hose.
I knew you could do that.
And now you've given Uzo ideas. Thanks, mate.
Well, if I can create like another character at some point, it's going to be some sort of like ice water manipulator, and hope and pray that I can get an endless decanter, endless water again.
oh yeah. Oh, shape water. You could
Yeah.
spray it out and shape it into a block of ice.
Yeah.
Definitely good to be a mage in the next campaign. Let's do it. An elven mage. You should do that.
Oh, man, that's not my style.
He has talked to you about the next setting, right?
The next campaign takes place in Mage Haven. In Mage Haven, the wizards there do not like elves. In fact, are at civil war with the elves. And it's not actually civil; it's just a war. I don't know why. They both are in the same territory. Anyway,
They're acting
that's campaign
civilly
two.
while they're having
That
a
is,
war.
It is a
So you
civil
guys-
war.
Yes.
See? I guess
You're
I
on
showed my-
Cappy or you're on Thor. I don't know. Is that what it is? Are those two fighting?
Yeah, yeah, it's
Happy and
Team
Thor?
Edward and Team Thor.
Okay, perfect. Yes, I'm on. But they sparkle, right? Thor sparkles. Okay.
Yeah, nipple.
Oh, did you? Anyway, I'm not going to talk about Pokemon.
Depends
So,
if it's that shirt off scene, then he sparkles or glistens.
Where was I?
What's a giveaway?
Previously on.
Wait, so should we have a giveaway? We should update that. It should be a. Let's do the Nord Games. Actually, digital assets. We'll give away some of those Nord Games digital assets.
Ooh.
It
I
probably
like
is-
it.
This is not the
And for
a lot.
or no?
I
just
like
the
it.
digital assets for Roll20. So cave assets. So we have these cool caves, and we're gonna give them away.
So clearly, I need to enter this for my Underdark campaign.
Okay.
You have a. We'll talk.
Can we enter? Yeah. I
enough.
was just like, what?
All right.
But Thomas, you were on
so-
us abusing the decanter of endless water.
That's right. You
about-
stood along in the small dinghy, averting a pretty major storm front, going around it, saving yourselves the trouble of dying. And
That's a sentence.
Dying is quite easy.
But it's only a trouble.
yeah.
It's a minor
So
inconvenience.
then you ended up at dawn, coming upon the ship, as a lot of the pirates were out into the village of Saltmarsh. A small contingent was left back on the ship, and instead of going out directly to save Barden Thorn, you took the opportunity to attack Captain Colton,
And
And-
take the ship.
and you defeated those on board and captured the captain alive and threw a fireball on the docks, thus sort of stopping any sort of advance from that portion, as the docks are slightly on fire at the moment.
He was about to throw a fireball at me. It was fair.
He was.
If it ain't broke.
But
So
they have.
you guys do know that there are a number of individuals out in the village, and at this point, you start to see and hear sort of calls and cheers as they say, "Back to the ship, back to the ship."
We at the end of the skirmish, though, we did disembark that last plank, right? Like I think you were saying that one of them was trying to put it on.
Yes, both planks should be off.
Yeah,
let
that
me
plank got fireballed.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Give me a moment here so you guys can
There we
plank in the water.
Yeah,
We need to
boom,
listen now.
splash.
I don't think we're quite there yet. So we'll see. We'll see what happens over the next little bit. So at this point, you do see a number of pirates returning to the ship, and they are concerned. From where they are at, they see someone crawling along the docks, singed very badly, and another person crawling up out of the water and onto the beach and just laying there. What do you think?
The guy that went off the front in the white is alive. The guy off the back who you tried to get into the dinghy, I murdered him.
Yeah, he landed in like a collapsed pile of limbs.
Yeah. He's dead.
Yep. So dead and dead. Right now there's a bunch of dead. I will try and do this. No one else can see this out there. But for your reference, there are a lot of dead people. Actually, I'm going to put this guy. Go, God. He's not dead.
So
We
I'm-
have a
running away.
hostage
Yeah.
in the captain.
Yes.
So
Yes.
and I'm standing at the rail. Do I see the people coming toward the
You
ship?
do. Yeah.
I
So from
wanna-
your vantage point, in fact, give me 1 second. Let me just tell you, Andraste, what you see from
Mhm.
where you are. So you see there is a road going into town that splits off. There's a couple of buildings. You see people coming towards the ship down this road,
Mhm.
and they are escorting somebody in basically a bedrobe.
I want to do a detect magic underneath and kind of scan for what might be on the ship.
Remy, we have company incoming.
Yeah.
Kinda.
After this, I'll.
Yeah.
There's
Just
some
like
death.
real quick rundown after the last murder, seeing people accumulate on the docks, just kind of seeing what I can use, if there's any magical item, if like what the guy was trying to run to downstairs, that sort of thing.
Could you get me the Nerd Games treasure decks?
Sure.
Yeah, you're welcome.
There's only one person on this ship who actually cares about
CR 5
treasure,
to
and
8.
it's not me.
It's definitely myself.
So yeah, so you guys definitely get
I want to give some orders to Ruckus here. I want to turn to him and I want to say, Ruckus, see if you can get Uzo and aim a couple of cannons where they're gathering. And I'm going to go speak to them when they gather.
Okay. Do you want an animal to accompany you?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I'm not there.
Good.
Yes, I do.
I feel like if Uzo were here, he would say yes, and I throw puffballs into your face that turn into animals once they hit the ground.
What do we get?
It kind of bounces. Let's roll a d8.
He didn't wait. I
Out of-
love it.
1 out of tan, 1 out of gray.
Come on, Hoggleshite.
We
Now,
got a slash
forward
roll.
slash,
Slash roll.
spell out roll, and then 1d8.
Forget it. I'm doing it this way. All right.
A 6 and a 2.
Sweet. And that is. It's all in the notebook.
A 6
6
is
tan.
Shadowburn. Oh, shit. Okay.
No, 6 tan is giant badger. Gray. What was the other one?
2.
6 and 2. Giant rat.
Um,
You do your best with those,
Oh, it's
Captain.
John.
I thought it was the.
Okay.
Let me see if I switched the bags. If it would have.
It would be way better.
Yeah.
It'd be Shadowburn
It'd be
Terror.
Shadowburn
Oh, yeah.
Terry and the baboon.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's been a minute. Anyway, have fun with the rat and the badger, Captain. I will go help Uzo.
Sweet Jesus.
So so you look down. There is no gangplank down to the docks.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to. Are you saying I look down and there's no gangplank down to the dock?
Yes.
Yeah, I want to stay on the boat and get up. I want to get up on the side. Kumara out, and I'm going to turn to Andraste and I'm going to say, Andraste, light.
Light.
And I'm going to hold it up so people can see me.
All right. Where is Colton at this point?
He is right behind me. I would imagine we left him where he
Yeah, he
kind
was
of
unconscious and
died.
tied up, if I remember correctly, laid on the top deck.
Okay, so he's just laying down.
Yeah.
I don't even know which one he was. That was this one.
I don't want to bring him up just yet.
I think he was this one that the owl was next to.
Oh yeah, that's the one. So you drag him kind of over by the.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So all
Actually
right. Strength check.
That's right.
No, you drag him over. It's not difficult.
Yeah.
Not
And
graceful.
you
Doesn't have to
see.
be.
So you see a number of them start to gather, and at this point, Barden Thorn is about that you can see him a little bit older than you remember, a little bit more portly, almost hitting the docks.
Mm-hmm.
And they're, and there's rumblings out there, and they're like, put the planks down, and then you light, and everybody they turn to look at you.
Welcome, Admiral Colton's mutinous crew. I am Slade Remington, and we are the Foxy Irregulars, and we have taken the Chimera back.
As he says that, the porthole opens up and the cannons, whatever cannons are there, are pointing through.
All right, yeah, so you guys each push a cannon out, and at that point, they're like, oh, and they kind of like, they spread out 6 feet apart from each other.
It was excellent social physical distancing. Oh. Well done.
Yes, that will protect you.
I'm going to see that, and I'm going to say, Peter Colton, the mutinous first mate, has been dispatched. The ship is ours, and you have cannons trained on your position. Who here speaks for this crew now?
There is murmuring through the crowd until a robed individual strides up with purple vestments on. I will speak for the crew.
Are you Colton's first mate?
No. I am assuming at this point the first mate has been dispatched.
If you left him on the ship, that is the reality.
Very well. I am, oh my God, Brainfart. My name is Brainfart.
Yes, sounds about right. Do you have my captain?
And at this point, you see Colton. You see Barden Thorn.
Okay.
You recognize, and he kind of pushes off from the 2 people that were holding him, and he saunters up, a little still tired, a little, adrenaline is kicked in, but he's still kind of not fully aware of everything that's happening.
Does he look a little beat up?
He does not. No.
Okay. And as he's coming up to me, I'll just say, Captain, your ship awaits.
Remington.
That's right.
You have. What is happening here?
As I said, the Foxy Irregulars have taken this ship. We have taken it back for its rightful owner, Captain Barden Thorn. From the mutinous bastard, Peter Colton, that stole it from him.
Yeah, that is my ship. Where is Colton?
Indisposed at the moment.
Very well. It's been a while since I've seen that. He looks around at the pirates around him. I take it you can handle all of these men.
Handedly. A couple of cannon blasts, and with what we can do. Yes. You there?
Well,
and I look at the guy who spoke.
Yeah, Brainfart.
Well, yes. You there? Brainfart, was it?
Yes, it is. Yes.
I assume this is the name the crew gave you.
My mother's a horrible person.
You must speak for your crew now. What will you do? You release this man into my custody.
So you have taken over the Chimera.
That is right. But the crew would be needed to man the ship. So
right. So you are looking to hire the crew back?
I am looking to possibly give you your lives if you wish to crew this ship under another command. Captain Thorn, that would be your command if you choose.
And Thorn kind of looks around and is like, I think my sailing days are done.
What?
Yeah. Perhaps we should speak away from all of these people.
Perhaps we should.
How
Sorry.
how far away is the ship from the dock? Like the gangplank? Is it 10 feet? Is it jumpable, or is it?
It's probably 8 feet. So I mean, totally jumpable. Down anyway.
Yeah.
So the person, the Brainford, says, perhaps if you allow me to cast a spell, I may be able to assist.
And what spell is that?
Telekinesis. I can reset one of the planks.
Uzo, you watch him. Any funny business, obliterate him.
I don't think we should give him the opportunity, as he yells out the porthole, to cast a spell. I can go grab him myself.
Sounds good. Stay there, brain fart.
Am I picking up brain fart?
No, Captain Thorn.
Captain Thorn. Who's closest by Captain Thorn?
Never has that been said so serious.
This is the serious show.
So we are picking up brain fart.
So like I can go, like if I walk up to Captain Thorn, are people nearby him?
Yes, definitely at this point. I mean, they are keeping enough of a distance. You know, they're not like holding him back or anything. And everybody at this point is literally, they don't want to be next to somebody else. And they're counting. They see a fireball ring on the docks and they're like, okay, so 30, 20 feet.
So
if they think that's the only fire spell that I have at my disposal.
Uzo appears instantly behind the captain. As I guess the captain's about to cast telekinesis, Uzo puts a hand on his shoulder and says, "That will not be necessary." And he says, "Are we ready to go?" Without even asking him, kind of grabs him by the shoulder and casts fly as they lift off from the dock onto the boat for a gentle kind of drop right next to Remy.
All right, so that's your second spell slot?
That's my second spell slot.
All right. So, and who did you grab?
Captain Thorn? That was the one you were going
Yes,
for?
I said the captain.
Well,
I heard behind Remy.
I dropped him behind Remy.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, so you grab him and fly up onto the ship.
Yep.
And everybody else is at that point sheathing their weapons, and just.
I'll say, discuss carefully your next move. We will be watching. We're going to have a word.
Okay.
And I turn to Captain Thorn, and I take off my hat, and I bow to him. Captain, it has been a long time.
It has.
Here is your nation's first mate. And I point down to where Colton is at my feet.
Huh. You know, the first couple of years, I definitely would have enjoyed seeing him like this. I don't know. Things are different. They're slower here on Saltmarsh.
Slower?
Yeah.
Captain, this man is here to kill you. He has scoured the ocean trying to do so. He has risked the lives and spent the lives of 2 ships under his command just to get you, to kill you. I don't know what happened after I exposed his plot. I don't know what happened after I was exiled. But what I do know is that this man is not fit for command. Not now, not then, not ever. He does not care for his crew, as you did, as I do. He does not deserve your pity or your compassion.
You said that he has lost 2 ships?
2 ships. And its
Full
crew.
of crew.
Yes. In his pursuit of you.
And that is the danger of revenge.
Revenge. We think he was coming here because of something you did.
No, I think he was coming here because I got away. His pursuit of me was... I didn't think it would last. I managed to escape pretty quickly.
But before we do this, Captain, I would have you meet my crew, my officers, my friends, my family.
Very well, Mr. Remington.
Please. And I go to find the Colton's cabin, the captain's quarters.
As you walk away, are we sure we want to take our eyes off the dock?
I will have
We'll stay watch if necessary.
Meanwhile, as Uzo teleported, I would like to say, but now I'm alone now with 2 cannons. And I aim them both, and I'm pretty locked on. But pretty happily locked on.
Very well. We'll meet just us. You'll meet Ruckus later. Trust me, you'll be happy for that.
Ruckus, do you want to shoot the cannons?
No, I'm locked on until I really feel like if they make a move, I'm firing them.
He's ready
instantly. Yeah, that's what I should have said.
Give me an intimidation check.
Okay.
Do 2 cannons give him advantage?
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
You will have advantage on this for sure.
That's good to know. Boom. Okay.
Oh. Plus your intimidation.
Yeah. 4.
14.
So 14 total.
Uzo is going to lean over the dock, staring at them as well. I want to roll intimidation. Or
no,
not the cannon kind, not the inspired advantage cannon.
So you do not see Ruckus down below. You don't know what he's doing, but the people out there, they do.
I was doing telling them that if they mess up or they have to think of that, he'll shoot him. So
absolutely,
so
and Ruckus was like looking through the thing, clearly ready.
Captain Remington, do we bring Colton with us? I would prefer to not leave him unattended.
Yes.
You could leave him with me.
No, I'd really rather not.
What is wrong with me? As he looks over the side of the dock.
Yeah,
the 3 of us.
You grabbed the guy like right after I left him and didn't kill him. Do you think I didn't see that?
The 3 of us will take the disgraced Captain Colton into his quarters, and we shall have a discussion with him and Captain Thorn.
Very well.
All right. So Ruckus, you guys go into the captain's quarters.
Wait, Ruckus is below deck. We're on top. Are you sure you don't want to keep somebody up top?
I mean, it's up to you. If you wish to stay, I have no problem with it.
And I use jump to blast through the floor if need be.
And also everyone
Broken neck.
I can fix it. I can fix it.
and everyone on deck is dead.
I'm worried about people climbing back over.
Very
or,
well.
like,
It's fine. Uzo, if you'll keep watch, me and Andraste will handle this.
Shout if you need me. I feel more comfortable keeping an eye on them.
Okay,
Alright.
but I want to introduce you.
So I'm gonna as you guys go. So sorry, Warren, are you staying out? Uzo, are you staying?
Yes.
watch?
Yes.
You and as Andraste, Colton, and Remy and Barden Thorn retreat to the captain's quarters. You see Brainfurt going to the two individuals that were hit by the fireball, and he is coming up to them and he is casting healing spells on them.
Okay.
And as we're walking back to the cabin, I'm just going to surreptitiously put a hand on my shoulder and cure wounds on myself.
I'm going to leave Winthorpe out there.
As people keep yelling at me.
The person that he's healing, how many hit points does that person have left?
Not a bunch. If that's but so it looks really bad. Both of them look really bad. They both failed their saves and were just barely holding on.
On the boat or
On the pier.
One is on the pier and the other's on the beach. So he first goes up to the one on the pier who's just kind of like laying against the pillar.
As I'm seeing them heal, I'm aiming at the ones being healed.
Uzo casts, as soon as he goes up to him, Uzo casts Eldritch Blast at the one that's about to be healed.
Okay.
Do I need to roll for that?
Yeah, go ahead. At disadvantage because he's laying down.
That's a 23, and that wasn't even my accurate. Plus 8, and a 27. So that hits.
All right. So roll damage.
Does Remy see this, or is he in the thing yet?
Yeah, are we?
I feel like I would.
Yeah, Aaron, you do. You see an Eldritch Blast explode on the guy that's about to in the.
If you're on top of the deck,
Step
you hear.
away from the bodies, please.
These are not bodies. These are people.
That one is a body. That one is a person. It can still be a person, but no sudden movements. We will let fate decide what happens to that one.
Give me a dexterity saving throw. Well, or you can cast counterspell if you had a spell slot because fireball is going off on the ship.
I don't have a.
Yeah.
So,
You were getting. You know what? Hold on. Maybe fireball's not the right spell. Maybe lightning.
On a wooden ship, maybe.
So there's a fireball going off on ship. Let me see what is happening. Should we cut to at least maybe?
Anyone on top of the deck could hear Ruckus going, "Ah, whoa, that was crazy! That was awesome."
Should we? You also give away the
Yeah, because we're probably going to go back into initiative at this point.
Son of a.
Bloody hell.
We tried.
I'm so glad I did 18 points of healing.
We tried.
Damn it, Uzo.
We told them not to move, not to cast.
Because it is Tiana Tuesday, Rav Starburner has given you guys 1,500 bits. Thank you.
Thank you, G.
I really want tacos. Anybody else?
DoorDashed them yesterday.
Exactly. It's Taco Tuesday. I don't know what this rubbish about Tiana Tuesday is. It's
I
always
just
Taco
had ground beef bowl. Kind of the same.
Ground beef bowl Monday.
So I'm rolling a dex, eh?
It's beets.
That's awesome.
Oh, sorry, I'm gonna bring. Let's see, they want to be 6 feet apart from each other.
I'm missing that music.
Wait. Okay, so
He said that. He said that a while ago that they wanted to be 6 feet apart.
I didn't expect to see 9 of them.
Did you look up in the? There were tons of
They
them
were
up
at the
there,
okay.
and they were all coming in.
So I described how they were doing theater of the mind style, all
Okay.
gathering up,
Hmm.
as opposed to moving little miniatures around. So
Which one of these guys is dead? Before I roll my dex.
That guy.
That guy.
That guy's
Boom.
dead.
Okay.
We may need to move it down a little bit.
I thought I did. Okay. I think that's legit. Okay.
All the measurements.
If we're going back into initiative, I need to know a few things.
Also, I fire off. Ready to action.
All right. So Remy's over here. Andraste is in here.
White cloth token man should be on the shore.
Did he make it now by now, or did he drown?
It wasn't that far of a
Oh, is
swim.
that's the one that was like,
Fuck
oh,
this.
that guy, he's gone. He just he fucked off. He's like, no,
No, not gonna
I'm
deal.
done.
Say, I didn't pick up my life to throw it away so quickly.
Do I have to?
Oof. Is that so? 7 is your dexterity saving throw.
No, I didn't roll that. That was the damage. 19.
Oh, okay.
19 is the dex saving throw. But Ruckus is below deck, I guess, near me, right?
No, you were on top of the deck.
I don't got
I'm
to
on-
be in this.
I'm on
Yeah,
top.
you're on top.
I'm on top, but okay. No worries.
So you are only, that's a horrible roll. That's my typical roll. You're only going to take 11 points of fire damage.
As that comes in, Ruckus fire.
Way ahead of you. Pulls. Whatever I'm I need to pull. Or lights.
Lights, yeah.
All right. Ruckus, give me 2 attack rolls at disadvantage because you're doing them both.
Okay.
Disadvantage. Can we give him inspiration to offset?
I mean, that just seems pretty unlikely he's going to be able to aim pulling 2 cannon.
Friendly
They were
inspiration.
they
I
were
was
already
being-
trained.
They
He
were
just
already
needs
rolled
the-
up to be.
Yeah,
Needs
but
to light him.
Fair.
Anybody directly in there was like taking like 3 or 4 steps, shimmies just
That's
to the
fair.
side.
Hmm.
Do we have a splash damage thing on the thing? Because they kind of.
We'll see the roll.
that
You know,
was the roll.
if you hit a pillar on the pier, it's gonna send shrapnel out.
Well, one of
First-
them's a 2.
Yeah. First roll's 15 though.
No, first roll's a.
Huh?
Oh yeah, fuck.
You're rolling it.
I
You
know.
rolled-
I just
you rolling
thought
both at the same
maybe
time.
we could still talk him into this, people. Team.
I'm not
So
going to
2, all right.
Okay.
So
I will inspire that. Can we?
I'm not
sure.
Second.
I will tell the captain to wait here, and I'm going outside as soon as I hear this going down.
I'm the second. I know the sound of a fireball. I'm right behind you.
All right.
I may have
Uh,
even been out slightly before you because I went in after you.
We should do some initiative, I suppose, right after this. So
-1 inspiration, Tiana.
Fine. 1 for a reroll?
No, to
2 for
offset the.
well, 2.
disadvantage.
It would have to be
It's
2 to
2.
offset disadvantage.
2.
2.0 update gets us all. Second attack with a second cannon, or should I wait?
Oh no, second attack.
Boom. All right, that was just I meant to hit the other thing as well.
That's your first one.
Yeah.
So 3.
Yeah.
All right. So give me a 4d6 on the first one.
Okay. D4. Oh, there's only 5. All right. 14 plus another 4. 18.
Wait, no, you rolled it wrong.
4d6, mate.
4d6, not 5d4. So 4d6.
That's a D4. Yeah.
No, you roll a d6.
4
times.
d6 dice.
What was this math?
Oh, 4d6.
Roll 4
d6.
Boom,
There
got
we
it.
go.
13.
Good lord. You've only been doing this for a year and a half now.
And I've only been forgetting it every week.
Love you.
All right. Oh, hey, where? Actually, he is going to attempt a dex saving throw. No, he's going to take all of it. I have it here. 14 damage. Oof, yeah. So you fire this off and you hit this guy right here who looks like a mage. And he takes a lot of damage from that.
Here
and
comes the boom.
Spins to the ground and just goes, kill them all. So now we will roll initiative.
I tried. I really, I feel like we all tried.
Really?
I feel like you guys tried the wrong thing.
I completely agree.
I'm gonna try and use this.
There would be one more person to fight us if I let him resuscitate.
Or no one would fight us.
That's the point. This was supposed to be diplomacy.
6.
Let's make it tyrannical.
Aaron, what's your dex?
Nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, plus nothing.
Wow, we are actually in line of how we'll be going.
Oh, good.
16, 13 with the higher dex, 13 and then 6.
All right, Ruckus, what'd you get?
13 plus nothing.
And then Andraste.
13.
Okay, Uzo.
6.
6. Remy.
16.
Good.
Wow. 16. You must.
I rolled a
really
7.
well.
Yeah.
Does the captain roll initiative as well?
Should
I
we
did tell him
inspire?
to stay inside.
Ah.
All right, what do I have access to?
I did stay inside and attack. I think the cannon. That's why
All right.
I clung to the cannons.
So Remy, you're up first. You hear. Give me a perception check, just to see what you heard.
Well, I definitely heard a fireball and some cannonballs.
Yeah, and I
Yeah,
like
you
rolled
heard a
around. when I
fireball. You heard a
that.
cannon.
You say perception?
Yep.
Okay. Roll 1d20 plus 0.
Copy that.
Okay. Can I re-roll that, guys? I
I'm
think we
going to
have
say
it.
yes.
Thank you.
18.
Okay, I get to re-roll that.
He's a halfling. And you did an Emma.
Yeah, but I get to re-roll this.
You get to roll.
From a 2 to a 1. That's nice.
Yes!
And now we get a
A
card.
20.
Right, you see?
There it is.
The algorithm. I love it.
Halflings, man. I
Halflings.
love that re-rolling the nat ones.
What
right.
20 card do we get?
I will tell you in a moment. You get. Choose your initiative score.
Can I use that? Can I use that now?
No, we've already done initiative.
Wait, no, we're not
We
through
should be
initiative yet.
able to.
We're not through
The
initiative
next-
yet.
The next encounter.
Dude, we're not through initiative yet. You're
I still have
rolling
my animals.
perception. Wait a second.
No.
Oh, you'll have to
They go
you'll
on
have
your
to
bonus
roll
action.
saves for your animals for that
No,
fireball.
Oh yeah.
They didn't follow you down.
Mm-mm.
No, dude, I said stay with the captain.
Yeah, they were supposed to stay up.
Oh, did they
Stay
go with the captain?
They went with
Oh,
Remy.
then they were following me.
Yes.
So you went in with a giant badger and a rat as well. I want you to meet my crew.
Here they are. I'm not crazy.
A little. I mean, you do see the company he keeps.
I think he has
So I got-
babies.
I got minus 1d6 after making a skill or attack roll.
Hmm.
So, okay, so you heard with a natural 20, you heard the telltale sounds of an eldritch blast, followed by a fireball, followed by cannon fire.
And I know the fireball wasn't from us because the fireballer was with me.
She's a baller.
I am a baller. I'm glad you recognize that.
So I'm stepping out and I'm looking at things. What do I see out there?
So you
Patting
see,
himself.
the sails on fire, in front of you. The rigging starting to burn. Uzo is clearly in the center of this fireball that went off. The sacks on the decking are starting to ignite as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I will first scream at Uzo and say, Mr. Uzo, douse that if you can. And then I look out at the rest of everyone. What do I see out there? What are they doing?
So they are actually taking positions behind pillars. I don't know if I can. Let's see if I can move them. So they're hiding behind pillars where they can and readying crossbows. You do see 2 mages out there as well as the priest from before.
Mm-hmm.
They appear to be ready for a fight at this point.
Okay.
You see a dead, the guy that was struggling before is dead with little green blast in him.
Mm-hmm. I see that. I look for brain fart. Do I see him?
Yep. Yeah, he's behind a pillar. Dropping his hand to the ground.
Okay. I want to Misty step right behind him.
All right. Okay. So you Misty step right behind him.
I want to put my sword up against his back, grab his robes from the back so we can feel the point of my sword, and I want to say to him, call off your men now, and we will work this out.
You started it, but we will finish it. Kill me if you must. You will die.
All right. Well, then I'm going to... Can I insight check that while he says that to me in his voice, if I feel any trembling in his voice?
Sure.
Any urine at his feet?
Nope.
Well, what do you add to your insight?
0.
Okay,
0.
then yes. He seems confident.
He seems confident. I will say to him, so be it. Booming blade.
All right. Make an attack roll. I will say with advantage because you popped in right behind him. And Misty Step's a bonus action.
It is. D20, keep higher 1 plus 9. That's 19 to hit.
Yes, that is going to hit.
33 points of damage.
Wow. All right.
And I'm going to back away from him, seeing if anybody else heard me, looking around, and just ready myself 10 feet behind him. Actually, no, I'm going to stay up right there. Actually, I'm not going to back away at all. I'm just going to stay right there.
Okay. Very well.
All right, that's my turn.
That is your go. Up next is Andraste, followed by Ruckus.
All right. I'm going to step out as well. And I heard him shouting at Uzo. And I was right behind him. Did I see him Misty step over there?
So, yeah, you come out and give me a perception check.
Plus 8. 14.
You saw him Misty step. Yeah, you would know to look at the priest who was there.
Yeah.
Because you saw him Misty step, but it took you a little bit to find him. You see him.
Okay. And I see that he has attacked or that something's going on over there.
Yes.
All right. I am done. I am 1,000% done with all of this. So I'm going to step up to the edge, and I am going to cast Wall of Flame. I'm going to
What
cast
spell
it.
level is that?
That is a 4th level spell.
Dang, I gotta roll. I gotta roll.
Uh-huh.
Missing those sweet gems.
Right.
2 of my inspiration.
All right.
Wow.
That is better.
You got one left, buddy.
I have 1 left, but that is much better. That is a 14.
You countered it. Damn.
So you go to cast Wall of Fire, and I will show you who cast it. That gentleman there counterspelled you.
All right. I'm just gonna look at Uzo with just the tired disgust and just shake my head.
All right. Next up
And
is
then,
Ruckus.
and then duck down so I'm below the rail because
Okay.
I do not want to be in direct line of fire.
So Ruckus followed by them.
Huh. I'm at the cannons right now, right?
Yeah.
My
It's an
action,
It's
to
action
reload.
reload.
And
Could he jump out of the porthole?
could I walk out of it too? Like if I have the
You,
slippers?
you could walk out of it and then jump.
Is there already a wall of fire? Even though.
No.
There's not a
Oh.
wall of fire.
Oh, there isn't.
It didn't go off.
Oh, okay. Yes, I'm walking out of the hole.
All right. So you
Ignore
walk
it.
out of the hole with your spider boots, and you're standing looking down at the water.
Yeah, after I look off in the distance and say, I know what I must do, and I just walk, I climb out of it. And I think, can I make it to them within like melee range?
So you can't get a running start on the jump. What is the these jump rules? If you cast the spell, you can get to the docks. Let me just see. So it's 10.
Tripled.
I feel like Ruckus can
distance is
cover
tripled.
10 feet without casting that.
Yeah, but he had to crawl out of a hole.
Yeah.
And then I'm like horizontal.
So
Yeah,
you're like halfway there.
Yeah, you can get to there with the jump spell. Otherwise, you can get to here just by jumping off. If you can see that.
I want to get, because it doesn't take my move. Oh, wait, well, not the jump movement to get to them, right?
So I'll say, to crawl out the hole, I'll say it's half your move.
Okay. And then I will cast jump, get to them as close as I can.
All right. So let's put you 30 feet out.
Already
So
have-
you're right there.
That's a bonus action. Animals
Are
are
you
my
on
action.
this map?
Animals are action or bonus action?
No, my action.
They're a
Can I see
bonus
everybody?
action.
They're a bonus action.
No, they're not.
Pulling them is an action.
Oh. Controlling them's a bonus action.
Yeah.
Okay.
Leap. Yeah, and I make it there. I'll run to the first one alive that was like, kill them. If I saw him. I feel like I did.
You get right there.
Sweet.
Because jump was an action to cast, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you use you do
Wait, I get an oh no, extra attack.
yeah. I'll say all of that. It was a struggle to get out. You can't get to them and attack this round.
Action surge to throw it.
All right.
Did you action surge last
Uh,
session?
Let me
I
double check.
believe so. Yes.
I did. So I will say action surge and nothing will happen.
How's everybody doing, by the way? Is everyone okay?
Pretty good.
33.
I'm not telling you that.
Incredibly healthy.
I'll just look. Okay.
Yes, you can.
Damn it. Oh no, he can do that. He's hacking us.
Yeah, he can. I'm at about half health, and that's only because I took the time to heal myself up from 13.
All right.
I
All right,
assume because
so-
combat ended, my potion ended. So
Yes.
mhm.
So up first is this guy.
Which guy?
Click on that guy again.
Sorry, that guy.
Is he the magic user?
There are two mages out there.
Yeah. That guy and that guy, right?
No, it's this
Yeah.
one.
That one
And this. Yeah.
and that one. This is also a magic user. It's a priest.
Yeah,
Nice.
he's like Andrasta. He's a cleric, I think.
But
Okay.
this one, the cannonball hit. Bang.
Correct.
Yeah.
This is really one of those things where you really want to know, what should I do?
P.S. Since we're not done yet, as my bonus action, I'm just gonna try and get the animals as closer to me as possible. I don't think their moves. It's 30 for their move speed, but that's as far as
Gotcha.
They can get a
Yeah.
running jump.
You have animals out there? You
like a
don't have
running
animals.
hop. It's not nothing important, but maybe
Badger
you
and
know.
the rat.
Badger,
Yeah.
giant rat. Yeah.
Yeah,
They could totally make it to the deck.
I like to call them the fodder crew.
Oh no.
So
They'll come back.
here, I will do this. This is playing online. So that spiritual weapon badger is now
Giant badger.
yep.
Clever badger.
And that rat.
Nice.
Do I see?
Yeah.
Richard?
Go.
So he turned toward this guy. He turns towards you and casts a spell at you. A
I assume Uzo.
shimmering green. No, towards Remy. A shimmering green arrow streaks towards the target.
They know that Remy's there. They rolled perception. They like saw him.
He came in and then said something, and then a booming blade went into the back of priest. So let's see. So this is it's to hit.
Do I get no, I guess I'm behind him, so yeah, okay.
$13 is not going to hit you.
It is not.
I'm going to spend my last inspiration.
+6 still will not hit me.
Oh,
He spent it. It's gone.
No, it's
no,
okay.
I did not roll it.
No,
Yeah.
he spent it. Come on, man. What is happening? All right.
All right, so yeah, so he cast this acid spell at you, and it misses. And he is not happy there. So he is going to book it to there. This guy turns and looks up at the boat, and actually, that's a good question. It's going to drop a fireball right there. So that's Uzo, Jom, Andraste, and the giant badger making dex saving throws.
But
Come on.
didn't we say that the giant badger and the rat made it to the dock?
No.
No.
Why?
I moved them only 30 feet.
So they followed. I mean, they could have gotten to here. Yeah, they're still going to be in it.
All right.
They look so cute. So both of them make it?
Um,
Natural
Again,
20.
I'll second a reroll
Thank you.
using that inspo.
Yep.
Yeah,
Well,
this-
it's here.
this was going to be a totally different episode.
Well, oh, I got an Amy.
I hope this episode's called Peacemakers.
So that is 34 points of damage to Andraste, 17 to Uzo, and Did you roll for the animals?
I'm doing it now. 9 for
So,
the rat.
so it takes 34.
Or wait, plus which dex?
Yeah.
11.
Okay.
Does that change it?
That still takes
That
34.
That makes sense. And nothing plus the other one, so 15.
So 15 also takes 34.
Ah, dead and
So-
dead.
Yeah.
Dead end.
And Andraste lets out this horrifying noise and is unconscious.
Remy really pissed her off this time.
Okay, so we have a lot of other people out there to deal with. Okay, here. So the priest is going to cast a spell called Spirit Guardians.
Uh-oh.
Yes. Let's see. Wisdom saving throw for you, Remy.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oof.
Inspire.
I'll
Thank you.
inspire that.
2.
Yep.
2. Ah, 13.
13 is not gonna do it. So you take 16 points of necrotic damage as these little
Wait.
tiny bats start floating
Wait.
around the priest.
Quick question, pause.
Yes.
Sorry. Wait, you rolled a nat 20 at one point though, right, Bo?
Yeah.
Did we ever
Yeah,
get a
we
card
got-
for that?
Yeah, it was choose your own initiative.
Never
Yeah.
mind.
Choose your-
I forgot.
I actually have it written down.
Ah.
So yes, so that was you got that damage, right? 16 points of damage.
Mm-hmm. I'm at 17.
And he's going to make an Arcana check. Ah, 30-20. He looks at you standing in these things and just stands there.
Who does?
The
The
priest.
priest?
Yep.
I was 5 feet away from him. Did he get disadvantage? Oh no, it's a saving throw. Never mind.
It's, any enemy within 15 feet.
Yeah,
Mm,
So,
Spirit
if you-
Guardians goes around you.
mm.
So when you start your turn, you're going to take that.
I'm going to what?
So let me just, when you cast the spell, you designate any number of creatures you can see to be unaffected by it. An affected creature's speed is halved in the area, and when the creature enters the area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, it must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature takes 3d8 radiant damage if you are good, or 3d8 necrotic damage if you are evil. Let me just make sure enters the area for the first time. I believe it entered on you.
Yeah, I count that usually as entering the area the first time.
So yeah, so when you start your turn, you're going to take more damage and your speed is halved.
Mm.
Wow, there are so many more people out here.
Yeah, we might end up with a TPK in a fight that we didn't have to be in.
Oh, we'll
Yeah.
see what happens.
Maybe.
I support his sick prank.
Could say it this way: we'll have words if we live through this.
We always
kind
have
of like-
words if we live
I
through it.
know.
Thank you for that. Thank you.
There you go.
So this guy kind of crawls back sort of into the water, just like his head above, just kind of crawl like in the low end of a pool, using his hands to just move along the bottom at half speed. He's like, fuck this.
It's like a baby turtle.
Oh. No, you make enough noise, there's going to be a tortle.
Oh no.
Jump on it, quick.
He's a good guy.
No, he's not.
So this guy, I need to be able to zoom in to see what my writings are. Okay, so he's coming in 2 scimitars and a dagger. I'm just gonna roll this because it's going low. So coming in on you, Ruckus, with this guy, you fought them before. A 22 and a not hit.
Shield still. Yeah, there we go.
Okay. So you shield. So the rapier or the scimitar that would have hit you bounces off your magical energy, and he comes back with a dagger, and it also bounces off your shield.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm kind of arrogantly dancing in front of him, or shimmying.
All right, this guy pulls his crossbow and is going to. He would have disadvantage probably at best to hit you, Remy. The bat's flittering around.
I concur.
On Uzo, he's going to have a -2. Let me just see what this distance is. Okay, it's within range of a light crossbow.
But am I kind of?
Yeah, so you're going to get a +2 to your AC.
Yep.
New. That is a definite no. That's a 5 plus a 5, which is a 10. It does not hit, so the bolt sticks into the thing behind you. This guy is another. Sorry, I really like being in person.
I miss the sound of dice.
We can't have a TPK with no fight music. We can't die in silence.
I know. Oh, the fight music somewhere.
Cue the minstrels
Could get up.
when they can get you.
Oh wow, nice. This guy's got his action as a reaction. He can do shape up you dog, which is whenever a friendly creature within 30 feet of the captain can hear it misses with an attack, the captain can yell perilous threats that allow the creature to re-roll the attack.
Well, there is no captain here, is there?
We are the captain now. Look at us.
Look
at us.
Look at me. Look at me.
So, however, let's see what this guy is going to do. He's going to, yeah. He can't really get, unfortunately, he can't get to you, Ruckus.
Ah.
So he's going to go here thinking that his buddy designated him as a
Oh no.
friend and is going to make a wisdom saving throw. And he doesn't do it.
Clearly low wisdom going into something like that.
Yeah. What did you take, Remy?
It was like 17 points of damage, I think, last time. I'm at 17. I was at 33 before, so
16, I believe.
16, yeah.
All right. So yeah, so he runs in to try and get you and is just pummeled by these bats. Like, what the fuck? Brain vert. But he's gonna shoot at you with a crossbow.
At 5 feet?
Oh, did he make it all the way? Yeah, the question is, did he make it all the way? Yeah, he made it all the way through, but he took the damage. So he'll do 2 longsword attacks. That's a nat 20 and a dirty 20.
That's got to be disadvantage, right? He's got bats fluttering in his face.
No.
No. Okay.
He took the damage. It doesn't say you have disadvantage on attacks on the spell. So nat 20 is going to hit. It's a longsword. Single-handedly, because that's what I... 10 points of damage.
Uncanny
Remy.
dodge.
Down to 5.
I'm at 12.
All right. Yeah. Man, there's just a lot of guys out there.
Yeah, that's why we weren't going to fight.
Oh, is it? Is it
Eight.
really?
I agree. We could take them.
Clearly.
And okay, that guy crossbowed. That guy is going to crossbow at Uzo because he shot his buddy. Another thunk into the side of the ship, and that is going to be the end of that turn order. And we're going to go back to the top of the lineup.
Uzo was after them.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. Uzo.
Would it be a bonus action to give Andraste the healing potion, the regenerative healing potion?
It's an action.
It would be an action.
An action.
Yeah.
How damaged do people look on land? Fight music.
Not bad.
The mage, the one that Remy stabbed, doesn't look bad?
The priest?
No.
It looks bloody. Looks half.
33 points of damage.
And the mage that
the mage that got hit looks also half.
Okay. Uzo goes to Andraste and gives. Would the potion have an effect? The regenerative healing potion, would that have an effect and sustain the effect? It would,
on the, so we say when you take it and then your turn.
Yeah.
So it'll
initially it'll give some, and then on her turn it will give some more.
Mm-mm.
That's interesting. So I would think that it would. I
can read it for you if you want.
Yeah.
So it says, upon drinking this potion at the start of combat using one action to consume, it grants the bearer 1d8 health each round on their turn. This effect lasts from the time the GM declares roll for initiative until the GM declares combat ended. So on the start of your turn is the first time, is how I read that.
When you drink it, doesn't it give you an effect?
No. It says each round on the turn. And I would imagine that's on the turn of the person who had it poured into them.
Yes. Yeah.
If it needed to be poured into.
Okay.
Because usually potions say when it's administered and.
Okay, so Uzo's going to go to Andraste and use his regenerative potion to pour it down her gullet, cradling her. Get up, Andraste. Stop. Get up. Drinks and waits for an effect, and then goes down to below deck to wait. The unconscious captain is still up top, right?
Colton?
Yes.
No, Colton is in the quarters.
There we go. Say that again, Bo.
Colton is in the captain's quarters.
Uzo uses his speed to go down to the captain's quarters to retrieve the unconscious captain.
Nice.
If I go there then dash, would I be able to?
You already used your action to.
Bonus action dash? No. Okay.
Only rogues can do that.
Rogues, yeah.
That's right. All right. So I go down to get Colton, and that's my turn.
Sometimes.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So you're in the. And so you go in there, and Barden's like, "What is happening out there?
Can you assist us here? We are under fire, heavy fire from land."
I can shoot a cannon."
Do that.
All right. So he's gonna, on his go, he will run down to the cannons. That's you, Uzo?
That's Uzo's go.
All right, Remy. At the top of your turn, you are going to take. Sorry.
Do I make another save?
Let's see. First time on a turn or starts its turn must make a wisdom saving throw. Yep.
Okay. I failed.
I'll inspire that.
I'll take it.
Same.
It's worth a try, man.
Thirded.
Still miss, I think, 14.
Close. Very close, but not enough.
He's probably
13
the same level
points
as I am.
of necrotic damage as these bats pummel you.
And I fall to the ground unconscious.
Are you able to uncanny dodge that?
Nope. It's not an attack, right?
It is not an attack.
I fall to the ground.
All right. Pirates.
I fall to the ground. Last thing I see is the chimera on fire as I lose consciousness.
Yep. Okay. Andraste.
Rolling the d8.
How much? One d8?
1d8 because I mean you could determine whether or not I actually did the
5 hours of praying over it.
The boosting of it because I did spend a lot of time on it, so I can make the argument that I did.
But
I did not.
yeah,
but I also did not explicitly say it. So
right, yeah. So 1d8.
Okay, that's 3.
So you come up. This is at the beginning of your turn. You have your turn.
God's above. Ow. All right.
You do not see Uzo anywhere.
Uh-huh.
But
I can taste the remnants of the potion, so I have an idea of what just happened.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. You know what just happened. Somebody gave you a potion. Uzo's gone. The ship's still on fire.
God, of course it is.
Didn't even do what I asked him to.
Didn't even do
One
that.
or the other.
You had one job.
God damn. All right. I'm gonna have to take a chance, aren't I? Which one? I saw that this one counterspelled me.
Yes.
I thought that guy who counterspelled went up here.
Nope.
It was that
Nope.
guy.
Oh,
Yeah. Tiana's right. And the other one is hit by a cannon.
All right. Well, what's good for the goose and all of that? I'm gonna lean up over the edge of the rail just enough so that I can see, and I'm gonna cast Fireball at 4th level.
Where are you putting it?
I am putting it. Let me see. Measure again. Sorry.
Green rated with 15.
Sorry. Do you want to open up Nightbot?
Yep,
Or-
it's open. It's ready.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it here where that arrow is.
Okay.
It should hit
So-
those 4 people.
Yep. So welcome, Raiders, Korean Berets.
Ooh.
They're called now.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool. Hello.
Great.
Welcome, welcome.
Tassi, thank you for joining us. When we get rated here on Quest and Cast, we like to do giveaways. We're going to give away a Nord Games luck deck or a critical hit deck. Sorry, that was me. Enter hashtag chaos into the chat. US and Canada only, excluding Quebec. Must be present to win. We'll wait a little bit to do it, probably after the break. You can only win once per month, so if you've already won once already this month, enter next time. But everyone else, hashtag chaos in the chat.
Hashtag chaos in the chat. Do it now. After break, we'll be rolling for completely new characters.
Possibly.
I'm gonna be Buckus.
I guess I'll bring Issa out earlier than I thought I was going to.
Okay, so that is deck saves, huh?
Yep, 4 deck saves. Assuming I'm not countered again.
You are not countered again.
Cool.
Wow. Nothing above a 10.
Nice.
Fantastic. All right.
So
They are all going to take 36 points of damage.
Okay. Well, don't change things.
Andraste is done. She's so hurt and so pissed off.
All right.
She should move too.
Am I near that?
No. No.
I just lost.
I measured it very carefully so that I wouldn't hit any of mine.
I figured, but I didn't like to ask.
I always put my AoE spells down so that I don't hurt my people. Always.
So I assumed, I'm like, I'm fine, but I should probably ask.
Okay.
Right in front of me.
Yeah, I have control. I've got a lot of control.
Yeah.
As I just mark off
Nice.
people.
Dead.
Dead.
Uso's gonna come back upstairs. What the hell just happened?
They pissed off a light cleric.
Yes,
This
you
is a
did.
dangerous thing
Yes,
to do.
we did.
And then I'm going to use half my movement to get up, and the rest of it to just stumble toward the captain quarters, which should be about 15 feet away from me,
Okay.
and just like tuck myself into the doorway so that if someone else has something like that to throw at me, they can't see me to do it.
All right. So you do that. Ruckus, you're up.
Yes.
So in front of you you just saw 4 of them burn to death.
Oh, neat.
To your right. There's a one in front of you. He actually looks like he's pretty badass. You fought them before. You have another one who's disappeared into these flying bats. And off to your left, you see another person who did nothing last turn.
Okay. The one that looks the
guy did
most
nothing
damaged.
last turn.
The one that looks most damaged, I'm going for. And the strong.
That's the one that's over Remy, right? Like with the bats guy.
So there is the priest, and then the bandits don't look bad. This guy does. So the one next to Remy looks worse out of the 3 that you can see, or the 4 that you can see.
You guys need to kill the priest.
Yeah. When that spell ends, so does the damage.
And I am in that damage, which means at the start of my turn I will take it, which is an automatic death save fail, and I still have to roll.
Does it
So
fly
kill
around him at an
The
or like
fucking priest.
if you're on the ground, you still get
Okay.
affected by it? Like you're like prone, you still get affected by spiritual bats?
I wouldn't think
This is
so.
all-
I don't think so either.
It says at the start of your turn you take the damage, but I can't. I would automatically save or fail the save and take the damage.
I'd assume if you were standing toe to toe, but like you're like
I mean, does it
on the
does that,
ground.
I mean, I don't know how the rules work on that. Does that count if you're unconscious?
I would say it does.
All right.
But before we get too far along here, Nerdy Viking gave 100 bits, and Duke Fleeg finished off a bit of inspiration for you guys. So thank you.
Thank you, Duke Fleeg.
Thank you.
And
Nerdy
then
Viking.
Insaniac.
Insaniac Prince 01,
Prime.
Insaniac Prime, 500 bits to the
Thank
player.
you.
Well, that's just-
Insania in the Brainiac.
Yes.
We're up at 14. So you guys know.
So Ruckus, you're up, followed by them.
Throw that fucking flamberge, man.
Yeah, let's see if I can hit the priest from here.
So bonus action to recall it. Because did you throw it? No.
No.
He didn't
You
have
did
any
not.
other
You
actions.
were going to action surge, but you didn't have one.
Yeah, no, I didn't throw it. Then now throw.
Can
Now's
you,
the
can you
time.
jump to him? No, that's an action, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could also, I mean, you have a high AC. You could just,
Run
Well,
past.
I
I-
dropped
No,
my
you
shield
couldn't-
probably in the last session. I'm at 19 right now.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you couldn't run through him.
Right.
I mean,
'cause
you'd have to do some sort of athletics check to like jump across as part of your move.
Well, and also running up to the guy who has the bats around
Mhm.
him, you would get hit with it because it's around him.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
So getting close is not advisable.
But I'm Ruckus.
I
we
mean,
need the damage is what we need.
Yeah.
I don't mind sacrificing it to go to that priest and ending it. As long as it's not mitigated.
Can you end it? I mean, fuck.
If,
It would be
if-
two.
if-
It would be 2 actions or attacks.
So if he hit with both, it would be 2d8 plus what? 12?
6. Well, 2d10 plus 6, 12.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
But you've got to go through this person in front of you, right? Like that's an attack of opportunity.
Yeah. So I will give you an athletics check to basically jump across the, sort of across that empty space. So you're not going, you can't go through his space, but you can kind of dodge around him with it's a basic athletic.
Is that a concentration spell, by the way? I imagine it is.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I will do that athletics check.
Okay.
Boom. Okay, that's plus an 8 though.
Inspire.
That's plus an 8.
Okay, 17.
Okay. All right. Not a problem. You are going to get an attack of opportunity.
Bring it on. Oh wait, me? Or no, on me.
Yes.
Yeah.
On you.
On you.
Yes.
No.
Yeah. Whenever I'm in this chair,
21 to hit.
Shield as a reaction. Can I do that? Even though it's right now.
Yeah, it'll last to the beginning of your next turn.
Yes.
Okay.
Shield.
So you shield.
23
Wonder what's
or 24.
Spirit Guardians doesn't say anything about shield.
No, because
anyway,
it's a saving throw.
Yep. So and then you run into. Give me a wisdom save.
Okay, plus a thing. Let me add it up. Don't do anything yet, buddy.
No,
Your wisdom
inspired.
is not good enough for
What's
that.
the
Yeah, I
wisdom?
know.
What's your wisdom
plus
plus?
1
It
saving
would
throw,
have
or
to be, like,
either it's plus 1.
10.
Roll again.
Re-roll that fucker.
Inspiration.
Re-roll it.
12.
Come on.
D20. Boom.
Okay.
16.
16.
16 will save.
All right. He is the same level as I am, or at least the same
So
power.
you take 9 points of damage, necrotic, as
Okay.
you enter.
Fucking kill him, Ruckus.
Get him.
Or at least
Would
get him to
love
drop the concentration.
Yeah.
You still have your bonus action, by the way, if you wanted to use Booming Blade.
Yeah.
He's not gonna move.
I'm warm. Yeah, and
You
I'm
cast
Well,
the
it's
Booming
plus
Blade.
it's plus 1d8 to his attack. So
Oh.
it'll be 1d10 plus 1d8, and then he could bonus action attack right after for another 1d10.
Listen to that guy.
war
Yeah.
magic.
Yeah.
Listen to that guy.
Then yes, booming blade, the first attack.
What?
Roll it, Ruckus. Let's see it.
The suspense. Okay,
Right.
first attack. Oh,
Inspire that whole fucking
Inspired.
thing.
Inspired.
I fucking second.
10.
D100 it
I
is.
It's
I really
plus
missed
9 as well.
sound of dice.
Do it again.
Inspired.
and
boom.
having inspiration bits thrown
What's
at
your
you.
attack?
It's plus
9?
6, so 12 right now to hit.
No, it's plus
Plus
9
9.
to
Plus
for the
9,
attack.
Ruckus.
Plus 9 to the attack.
15.
Yeah, 15 hits.
Don't. It's been a minute.
Now roll your
It's
damage.
been a week. It has
I'm
been
learning-
1 week.
I'm learning a new system on this. Wait, a second attack? Okay.
No, roll
Wait,
the
the damage.
damage.
Roll the damage.
Wait till Carbon next week. He's going to be all flustered. Like, I don't know any of this stuff.
Right.
7
What
plus
is it?
what?
I'm Humium, 7 plus 6.
And you also did the
15?
booming blade on that first one,
15.
right?
13. Now we'll do a D8.
You know what?
For the
I have
booming
a
blade.
minus 1d6 on making a skill or attack roll that I'm going to use on this attack.
I'm still going to roll
He's
the
already
D8,
rolled
then
damage.
the
No,
D8.
no,
Yeah, you
no.
already
It's
rolled
already
damage.
passed. It's already passed.
All right.
It's already
fine.
passed. 1d8,
Alright.
Ruckus.
Roll
Got
a
it.
d8.
Okay.
1d8.
Oh, 7.
Wait, I thought you did already roll damage.
He rolled his d10 plus
There's
his
booming
blade for
blade.
booming blade. So it's a total of what?
Plus
That's 14
6?
plus 6, so 20 points of damage on the first attack.
20 points of damage.
Math on Chaos Agents is a full team effort.
Well, 3/4 of the team.
Does he go down?
He does not go down. However, the spirit guardians flutter and dissipate into the ether as he fails his concentration check.
Do it again, Ruckus.
Do it again. Do it again.
Okay, good.
So before you go, a panthrope, 1,000 bits for math. I don't know who gets that.
Thank
Who's
you.
The person who's worst.
Oh, it's Aaron.
Sausage
hands
worst.
down.
I don't know. I think I can give Aaron a run for money on bad mathing, but I'll give it to you.
We'll compete and see who can't add the best or worst.
Bad math. That could be our new like YouTube hit show. Bad math.
Oh yeah.
Math. Excellent.
It's like
Aaron,
4. It's definitely
Aaron.
4.
Darling, hit this fucker.
Second
will.
attack, please.
Boom. Okay. 7 plus 9,
Inspiration.
16.
Oh, 16
16
hits.
to hit.
16 hits.
16
See, we all
hits.
forget immediately.
Because of
Only one
15.
that needs to remember.
It's not a score. 1d10. Okay, plus the 5. 11 to damage. on the
Plus
second.
yes,
11.
yes, yes.
How do you want to do this?
Nice.
If the first attack was full with lightning, that one goes straight through the heart. And I pull that out. And again, I just think it feels really good. And I'm going to slash him as many times as I can.
Okay.
In like a
So
Z
yeah,
slash
you
and see
just
if he
run up
slides
and
apart.
just start slashing. So he's well dead at this
On the-
point.
On the boat, they hear laughing, like, yes! Yes!
Do the animal? Well, you can't control the animals, can you?
I mean, I
The
can tell them
animals
what to
went poof,
do.
right?
Oh, they're
Oh,
dead.
Yeah, because
sorry.
they were all caught.
Fireball.
Yeah.
And they're a giant rat and a giant badger, and I've literally forgot about them the second I heard what they were.
Okay.
That's funny.
All right. I'll roll this in. So they have, let's see, it's slash roll. So he has advantage on you, and it's an automatic crit. No, on an unconscious person.
They're going to
He's
finish me off.
attacking the unconscious person.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool. You know, he does see he has a threat right next to him that just ripped this guy up, right? Just making
Yeah.
sure.
That's going to be going after him very, very shortly.
I told him a couple
Yep.
new ones.
That doesn't seem like.
Oh, I did that wrong. But that's so 7. It doesn't automatically hit you though? How does that work if you're I see I need a DM screen. Unconscious.
I
I think it's an auto crit hits.
think it's
I'm gonna look.
man.
You rolled a 5 though.
Death saving throw damage.
Let's see if
or
anyone in
attacks.
chat knows right now. So incapacitated, can't take actions or reactions.
If an unconscious character takes damage while at 0, they automatically fail
So
one.
they'd have to take damage.
throw,
So
or
you still got to
two-
meet.
Or 2 if the damage is from a critical hit.
So his first attack, he misses.
Distracted by the carnage.
Yeah.
As glorious as it is.
Second attack,
Oh.
though, is a nat
Mm.
20. So that's 2
Two
death
death
saves.
saves.
2 death saves. And his third dagger attack, he will throw it at Ruckus. And I'll just roll it. It's a total miss. He throws his dagger into the ocean. So he's like, misses on his first one, comes down straight through into your stomach with this scimitar, and then looks at Ruckus, throws his dagger into the ocean. And it's like, oh, that was almost badass. This guy's gonna step over his buddy and come up to attack you, Ruckus.
Bring it on. I did shield, so that's still.
Mhm.
Is that still in?
That is
Yes.
until your next turn.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's a first mate. Let me make sure I have that correct. Two attacks. All right. So first one's a miss.
Good.
Second attack is also a miss. So he's just comes and swings, and your shield is just pushing them off.
Where'd I go? Where'd I go?
This guy moves up He gets 3. So again, that's a scimitar. First one's a total miss. Second one's a nat 20 with a scimitar coming through. So that is a /roll 2d6 plus 5. 11 points of damage, Ruckus. And then he comes in with his dagger. 24 to hit. Does that miss?
24 is the save with shield. The armor class, yeah.
Okay. 9 points of damage. How are you looking?
I'm looking fine, little sore. Not perfect, not ideal, under half. I could describe it any other way.
All right. This guy keeps crawling away. It's like, he's going to swim the water deep if he can. He's like, he heard there's a haunted house just up the way. Okay, that's Barden. That's them. Barden Thorn runs. Andraste, you see him run out from underneath and go down the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, he runs out. Yeah, he runs down the stairs. And Uzo.
Uzo, hearing the clamoring up top, drags the captain to the bow, where he screams off to the side, "Stop! Drop your weapons, or I swear by the gods I open his throat and then come for you." So he's got the unconscious captain's hair back with a spear up to the throat, almost piercing it.
Okay. Give me an intimidation check at disadvantage.
He also adds, "I spare your life" at the end. Wait, at disadvantage? An intimidation at disadvantage?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we are well past. Yeah. There's battle music.
I mean, we've got people didn't we? When they were over here, right?
Yeah.
They threw their hands up. No?
Yeah?
We set that precedent. All right.
We had someone over there with their hands up and then you killed them.
They still surrendered.
Actually, Uzo, give me a intelligence check before you do that. No, never mind. That's what you're doing. Never mind. You do that. So you spend your action to drag him over there.
Do you want
and call out?
What am I? Okay.
Yep. Go ahead.
Is it at disadvantage or is it
a disadvantage?
Can we inspire to give it?
Yeah, roll first, and we'll see if we have to.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a 9.
Mm-hmm.
Should we roll it? Let's roll it.
Yeah, I
It's going to
mean,
be 13 on intimidation.
well, it's a disadvantage. You would take the first one if we cancel out the disadvantage. So you'd get the 9.
The 9.
Right?
Plus,
That is the
that's
precedent that we
plus 5,
set.
Yeah.
Damn you, fate.
So so you basically shout out, and there's so much noise. I mean, while the noise is dissipated, you still hear in this round lots of people were dying, so they're still just like focused on what's happening. They don't even look at you up there. But that is your action. So Remy, top of the lineup.
Please inspire.
Yes.
Inspire.
I mean, if you toss one coin to the Witcher.
Yeah, just one coin.
Oh, yeah.
Well, can we do an additional coin if it's low?
Yeah.
Okay. Boom.
Well, yeah. So 9 plus, you only needed 1 to get to 10 to have
Excellent.
a success.
Excellent. Okay.
Andraste.
Fantastic. I'm going to. Okay, so first my healing. Thank you. So I am 6 hit points. Cool.
Nice.
I'm going to come up to the edge so that I can see what's going on. And I see Remy on the ground, I imagine.
No more bats.
No more bats.
Yeah, no bats. You see Remy on the ground. You see.
And you are just in range. Thank goodness. All right, I'm going to cast a Healing Word at 2nd level as a bonus action. I fling my dice everywhere.
Uzo, seeing Andraste come up to the bow, he looks over. He goes, "Welcome back."
So 5 people have entered.
So 11 points of healing to Remy.
Nice.
Ooh.
As a bonus action, that's not bad.
Sorry, before you go on, those of you watching, hashtag chaos in the chat for a chance to win a Nord Games luck deck. We're going to draw it right after this turn.
Do it. Do the thing. And then I'm going to look out again and just like narrow my eyes, completely ignoring Uzo for the moment. Which of the two out here looks the worst? The one next to Remy or the one next to Ruckus?
The one next to Remy.
Excellent. I'm going to cast Toll the Dead at him.
All right.
The Wisdom saving throw, DC 16.
Uh-oh, I got luck. Wisdom saving throw?
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Excellent. And that is 2d12 because he is injured. So that is 8 points of damage. Just like fling a hand out and you hear this bell
So
ring
you
out.
notice those two guys are hardy looking, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You have fought them before. They get 3 attacks. They have a lot of hit points.
But one of them is now down a dagger because he threw it into the ocean.
That's right.
But neither of them look like casters, right?
Correct. Casters are down.
Excellent. Then I'm going to scoot down the rail a little bit just to give myself some distance, just in case someone else has something clever to throw at us. They won't hit both of us. And that's my turn. Bonus action, move. Yes, done.
All right. Ruckus, then them.
Okay. How close can I get to him, Priest? Or no, he's already dead.
There's two. I'll say there's 2 bandit captains.
Oh Lord.
Next to you. The one right next to you looks worse than the other. Or it looks better than the one next to Remy.
Did this get pulled out of the Skullduggery book?
No, actually, this is out of the Player's Handbook, maybe, or the DMG, one of the two.
Wow.
It's the things that are in the Gale Force 9 creature and NPC decks. That should have been like the very first thing that they put out.
Dag nabbit. All right, I'm gonna second wind as my bonus action to get some health back.
You have like 40?
No, I'm at 33.
Oh, okay.
But you've got 2 stout people near you, so it seems fair.
That's true.
I thought it would help.
Of the 3 of you, or of the 4 of you, Remy has the lowest hit points, followed by you.
That is incorrect, sir, because I have 6 hit points.
Well, I mean, the people in the immediate vicinity, right over here.
I'm not going down again. Bonus action.
Right,
okay.
3
plus the 8, 11 to my health.
Nice. Both of our bonus action did the exact same amount of healing. I like that.
And then the first attack, 2-handed flamberge of the night.
Get him.
Boom!
The night.
13 total. Of the night.
Actually, hold on. A 13 does not hit.
Okay, do we want to add a D6 to that?
Yes.
All right. Then we're down to 10.
Thank you, team. Okay, 2. 15?
Yes, 15 hits.
Oh my god.
Hold on. Let me click him.
No, it's already
Parry.
said.
The captain adds 2 to its AC against 1 melee attack that would hit. To do so, the captain must see the attacker be wielding a melee weapon. So
Does it take a reaction?
It's a reaction.
Cool. So it can't do that again.
He parries it away at the last moment. Something that I forgot the entire last game. We played.
And I kind of look at him in amazement.
Understand this.
Yeah. So he knocks it back.
I'm like,
Attack
oh
in the
my
back.
god, no one's ever done that. As the second one comes in. 9, 9, 18. 9, 9.
Yes, 18 is going to hit.
Z9. Nice.
C10.
Damn.
Ooh, 16 damage.
Max damage.
Nice. 16 damage. He's looking bloodied almost.
Almost bloodied. Oh my god.
Ah,
Okay.
good. You're looking rough. Huh? Huh? I taunt him a little.
Yeah. They're up. This guy's got advantage because you're still on the ground. Can I just roll these in the thing because he has so many attacks?
Yeah.
So at advantage, that's a 19 to hit.
It does
Remy?
not hit.
Does not hit. Second attack. 16 to hit. And he has no dagger. I don't know what I'm rolling that one for. So you're so he's coming, he had you skewered completely last time. He pulls it out. You get healed up and immediately see as he's coming right back down. You're just like rolling one way, then rolling another way. He's like, and just missing. And then he goes for his dagger and it's no. I know those feels, Warren. It's not there. And this guy against you, not so. His first attack is a natural 20, plus, and then the other one's a 21 to hit you, Ruckus.
You still have shield up, right?
Yeah, no, wait.
No, he just went.
No.
Oh.
So now another that thing, shield.
So 16 points of damage, and then he tries to stick you with a dagger, but misses. He does not throw it into the ocean, though.
Wait, even if I shield at the first attack, it's
If you wanted, so
The
you
nat-
would.
The nat 20 auto
The
hits,
nat 20
right?
would hit regardless.
Oh, okay. I didn't
Yeah.
hear that. I didn't know it was a nat 20. Good
Because
for
that was
you.
25, and then the other one was
Oh, look at that.
That's a hole in there.
21. So did you want to shield?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm still gonna shield. I already checked it off.
Okay, so then you only took 8 points of damage total that entire thing.
Take that.
Oh, actually, no, that's not right. You took 16 because the first one was a crit.
Doubled. Yeah.
Yep.
Alright.
I didn't even roll for the second one.
That was a roller coaster of emotions there, friend.
I knew I
Yes.
should have healed. I knew it.
What are you at? Should I look?
I'm at
All right.
28.
We should play this game. We should play this game.
No, I'm gonna lie.
That's
Play the game.
all right. You Andraste, down below, you hear a cannon being moved. It's being loaded this round.
Yeah. Takes like 3 rounds to load and then fire.
Uzo. Actually, before we do Uzo, we should roll the giveaway.
Okay,
Do it.
there we go.
Do it.
Roll the giveaway.
Mel
Roll
Chucker Map.
away.
Mail Trucker Maps. Congratulations on the
Hey.
North.
Congrats.
Oh my goodness, I haven't heard that name in a while. Congratulations.
You know where they like to hang out? Our Discord. You should too.
Ooh.
You should join our Discord
Yes, you
and
should.
hang out. We'll reach out asking if you want a luck deck or a critical hit deck. All right. And now Uzo. After Uzo, we'll take a break.
Why don't we
You're
take
up there, sir.
Let's finish it.
We'll see. All right,
I-
we'll see.
Uzo drops the captain. You stupid, foolish bastards! And he casts 2 Eldritch Blasts at this guy's bloody, right? Which one of those looks the worst? I assume it's this guy.
Well, that one's
He
dead.
No,
Oh.
there's a guy standing on top of him, right? Or
No,
did
that's-
Ruckus-
that's the
There
one
is.
Oh,
Yes.
wow.
Let me delete this guy. I totally forgot about him. He did not.
Oh.
He did not even attack again. His weird ability to never attack. He's threatening you.
He's a pacifist.
He's doing the jukes, but never going
So
in.
I will say this. He doesn't look like he has as much starting hit points.
Who looks the worst
So-
out of these 3?
Of the 2 more dangerous individuals, this one is worse for wear.
Uzo sees him kind of trying to stab down at Remy and throws the right hand Eldritch Blast. for an unnatural 20. And then follows it up, slingshotting the left hand for a 26. So both of those connect as Uzo hits with 2 Eldritch Blasts. So it'll be 2d10 plus 10. For a total of 23 points of damage as the Eldritch Blast whizzes and crackles. Bow! Hits the guy right in the chest.
He's not looking good at all.
Over here!
Yeah, and you knock him to the side, and he kind of stumbles a little bit. So we will then do top of the lineup. Remy.
I get up slowly, looking at the guy who was trying to stab me. Blood, still kind of pouring out of certain areas as I only have 11 HP. I grab Kumara and stick it in the ground to help me up. Pointed at him. How does he look to me, the guy who just got hit?
Not well. He looks like a single hit could take him down.
Mm-hmm.
A single one of your hits could take him.
Yeah. I look at him.
I mean, either one.
Either one of those guys?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I look at the guy who's trying to kill him.
Intelligence check real quick. Give me an intelligence check.
I'll inspire that.
5. All right.
Yeah? Yes.
You want to inspire it?
Roll it again.
All right. We're down to 8.
We only have 10 left. Okay.
We have 8 left now.
Make it worth it, baby. There we go.
Oh, 20, unnatural.
Nice.
The dirtiest of 20s.
Okay. On a scale of 1 to 60, he looks like he's an 11. And the other guy looks like he's just bloodied.
Okay.
I look at him, I look at the other guy, and I say, "You're going to have to wait for one of my friends." And I turn towards Ruckus on the guy, and I come in through between his legs, and I scream for Winthorpe, who comes down and goes right into his space just as I'm jabbing it right into his gut. Kumara with the booming blade into the guy, this guy here.
All right. So with advantage. Winthorpe was pretty lucky to be out of all of those fireballs, just flying above the if I fly 35 feet above that the deck.
Generally he stays about 35 feet above me. And if I move, I'm just assuming he's moving with me, so I can be called down.
Gotcha. Okay.
Roll 2d20. Sorry, it was an attack plus 9.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, it hits.
Sorry, that's 15 plus 9, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 24.
That's 24.
Still hits.
I screwed up. Okay, so 24 to hit him, and that's rolling 2d8 plus 3d6 plus 6. 21 points of damage. Damn. Bad roll, bad roll.
All right, 21 points of damage.
Can I bonus action? That might be too late. I'll leave it up to you. Could I bonus action put my Hexblade Curse on that guy before I did it?
Yeah, you got to call that before.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, that's that.
All right,
And,
Andraste.
well, actually, just because I attacked that guy, I haven't used my bonus action, so I will. The booming blade is in him.
So did you have to? You had to move to get to him.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, you just went to there.
I could do that, yeah, but I would rather just bonus action disengage, go through his legs, and do that.
Okay, but then where do you go at the end?
Yeah, wherever I want. I want to move away, so these guys got to go through Ruckus to get to me.
So into the ocean?
Maybe like off this direction, so you're a little ways away from the one who's been stabbing at you.
That guy, I think if you come back towards the dock, they'd both have to kind of.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and move over here. My 25 Or
Yeah.
however much I have right
Boom.
here, this way.
All right. So give me an athletics check to make that jump. Or you went through, attacked him, and then moved here.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
So
Okay.
I don't know how to do distance from here.
Oh, it's,
That makes it.
well, it was 15 to get up.
Ooh,
Right.
Okay.
10 feet is as far as you can go. You actually can't. Nope. You actually can't.
15 to get up. 5, 10, 15. No.
I was
Unless
here,
you don't want to.
so I could go 5, 10, 15 to here.
Yeah. That's kind of what I see.
I
Well,
was
let's see.
here.
Yeah, come
Well, you
up
can't go
and
through,
like coming
you can't
around.
go
the
through his space, can you?
I can go through anybody who is one size larger than me.
Okay. So yeah, you can get to there, but you're still within 5 feet of him.
Okay.
But
Damn.
you're not in 5 feet of both of them.
Yeah, that's true.
All
and I'll
right.
just kind of ready myself and bleed kind of as the blood is dripping down my arm into the docks.
All right. And before we move on to the next person, we have 500 bits from Andrea the Burbs! Exclamation point birds with an S in the chat. Okay, Birds Paradise. This is okay. Andraste followed by Ruckus.
We're all clenched.
Just a little bit. Yeah, I can see Remy now, and I'm like, and I'm gonna fling another healing word at him at second level. Not rolling well on these. 9.
Thank you. Thank
course.
you.
And that is a bonus action to cast. So with my action, I'm going to toll the dead again on the one that was attacking him before, this one back here, because he looks pretty bad to me, yeah?
Mhm.
He does.
All right. So toll the dead, wisdom saving throw of 16.
No.
Excellent. That is
It's
20.
given.
20 points of damage.
Yeah. So this.
Just like fling a hand out at him, just like, you dare.
Yeah. So just and this is louder than usually when you hear it, because it's followed by a squish. As, his brain explodes out and he falls to the ground. Down.
Oh, I'm also going to roll my healing.
Yes.
That was the top of
1d8.
that was at the top of my turn, so I'm up to 12 now. Whew. Okay, that is my turn.
All right. Ruckus.
The ones
There's
closest
two
to me.
people around you. One of them has never attacked you for some reason.
Don't hit that guy. The other guy.
Yeah, the one closer to death right now that has been involved in this, and I look at the one who was not. Then I'm gonna attack the one that was involved the whole time.
Right.
Boom. 23 to me.
Nice.
23 hits.
Still two-handed. Okay, 9 damage.
9 damage.
Yes.
Okay. Second attack. Because you didn't booming blade.
I know. I thought about that. If you check the tape, I looked over and went, wait. Can I do it on the second attack?
It has
No,
to
you
be the
cannot.
first one.
It does. That's
And I mean,
them's
it's
the rules.
definitely a matter of practice. I had to get into the practice of being like, oh, hey, I have spells that are bonus actions. I should probably use those now and again.
I'll get it in the third year. Boom. Second attack. 16 to hit.
Yeah, hits.
Yes. Okay. It's an okay amount of 8 damage for the second attack.
All right. So close.
Oh my god.
Booming
That's gonna
blade
haunt
would have
me.
really taken that guy out.
That's gonna haunt me.
These are the lessons we learned.
It's their go. There's just a couple left. So this guy, 2 scimitar attacks and you, Ruckus. 2 and a 5 on the dice. Not going to do much. Dagger, 6 on the dice. The guy behind you finally realizing now's the perfect opportunity.
He probably
Two long
doesn't
swords
want to.
coming at you, both nat 20s.
What?
Whoa.
What?
This is why we should have a camera on it.
That is crazy.
Do we?
Both nat 20s.
He's
Put
been
it on
doing
Trust
nothing.
him.
Action! Shield that!
Trust
Yeah. No, I'm gonna wait this out. Don't worry.
What?
You
I'm
can't
kidding.
shield a
I'm gonna
nat
shield
20.
it.
Oh
You can't
shit!
shield a
I
nat
can't-
20.
I can't even weaken
It
the
won't
a little.
do any damage reduction.
No, it
No.
won't. Well,
The
Bring
guy
it
keeps
on.
waiting, he's been picking his moments,
But I yield.
and then he saw an open.
Yeah, exactly. So 15, 21, 23 plus 10, 33 points of damage.
Damn it. Okay. Yeah.
Are you down?
Yeah, I'm at 28. Barely passed it.
Shit.
Barely passed it. Son of a bitch.
Oh.
this
Oh,
has been
actually,
one of the most.
this is perfect.
Is it?
He sees you fall, and he's like, oh, finally. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He is running.
He's out.
Yeah.
He's not out of Uzo range.
We're on buffet range.
He's the
A few
last
who are.
one. He's the last one that hasn't ditched already and is like changing into farmer clothes and
You probably should have run earlier.
If I slightly pass out and I see him starting to run, I would like my last words again to be aim for his legs.
so I'm going to roll a die here
For what?
for a cannon
No,
that goes off.
Because nobody stopped him from doing it.
I was gonna say that.
Well, really,
My
he can see
turn.
what's going on. He can like aim.
Yeah,
He doesn't know
and he
who
also
we
goes
are.
after me, right? He
So
also
he
goes
w-
after me.
So a cannon shot goes off, and it misses everyone horribly into the side of the wall with a natural 5 on the die. So
Whew.
now Uzo, there are 2 up.
Uzo yells down, "Stop, you idiot!" as he casts angrily at the one standing over Ruckus. Eldritch Blast.
Oh, you could fire it both at him because I'm up next. If you wanted to.
True.
Nat
Oh.
20.
Well,
Does
So,
he stand
who
any
did you-
chance?
Who was that one on?
The one that was standing next to.
All right.
Okay,
You can roll damage, but you're not going to need to,
I'm not gonna need to.
as he had 3 hit points left.
It plows right into his head and just kind of watermelon rubber band explodes. Bang. And then Uzo turns his left-hand gaze to the person making a run for it, and he just points, and a lightning beam comes out of his finger, trying to track that guy down.
Roll to attack.
I rolled that wrong.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yep,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, okay, I see.
17.
Hits.
1d10 plus 5 for 14 points of damage, attempting to drill that guy in the spine.
Yeah, so he just falls into the sand, and you can see it's like struggling to get up. Still, he's moving.
Uzo, can I get to the dock from here? Movement?
It'll be an athletics check to jump.
Yeah. Okay. 1 second. Athletics. We'll give it a go. Almost did the same thing again. 17.
All right, so you jump onto the docks.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and goes up to Ruckus to try to. I don't know if I can do anything. I've got a
No,
decent
use your
medicine.
action to cast.
Yeah, so he just kind of goes to Ruckus, stands around Ruckus, passes
Stands
by,
Dead
passes
guy.
by Remy, gives him a nod, and then slides up under to Ruckus. Not again.
As
Remy,
I gurgle into my own.
I will scream at Andraste, say, Andraste, do you have Ruckus?
I have him.
And I will then start running. Can I use bonus action dash to get behind this guy? I can.
Yeah.
I can. So I'm going to do it, and I'm just running after him. And as he's trying to crawl away and get up, I'm just gonna.
It's the smallest little halfling legs.
That's right.
That's Chucky. That's scary, man.
Just kind of
like a little teddy bear running across the.
Don't you mess with me, you stupid!
And then I slow down there as I'm coming up to him as he's struggling to get up in pain. And I just walk over him, and I'm just gonna coup de grace.
With the booming blade.
Mm-hmm.
Seize
Roll
the
with
day.
advantage, I assume, because prone. Yeah.
Yes, that hits.
Oh no,
You
I
have
didn't roll.
advantage.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he has advantage.
just wanted to look
So
over.
that's 2d20. Keep highest. 1. Okay, so that is 17.
Nice.
28 points of damage. to
Yeah,
this guy.
that's how do you want to do this?
I just want to stick him right in the back through his heart and wait and see if I could feel his heart pumping around the sword as I'm feeling that
You
blood
definitely
soak.
hear blood pumping in your ears. Absolutely.
And I just sit there and I go, drink, Kumara.
And the pumping just keeps in your ears.
As I
And you
look
realize
around.
it's your own
Yeah,
heartbeat.
blood. Yeah, going through there. I'm just telling her to drink.
Yeah. That's just comes out.
And I turn and look at everyone with my dark vision, my devil sight.
At this point, it absolutely is
Dusk.
like it's getting full daylight.
It was
Yeah.
dawn.
Oh yeah.
Oh
that's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
I mean that last 2 hours was, like
Yeah.
the sun was like, eh.
So I look up at everyone to see and just start heading back to Ruckus, limping along.
Yeah, and you look up and you start to see people up on the cliffs, kind of walking out now in, really nightgowns. Some people are up in their clothes, kind of looking about. They're like, "What the hell is happening?"
Mm-hmm.
They're clearly villagers.
Mm-hmm.
So I think with the end of combat, I think we should take a break because it's 9:13. We'll be back to see a little bit
You
of
gotta
what's
click it. You're
happened.
all the shit.
We heard that.
Good to be right back. All right, we'll be back in just 5 or 10 minutes, or 5 minutes, or 8 minutes.
Back.
Stay tuned.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Chaos Agents. This is Quest and Chaos. You're watching us. Thank you for watching us.
And we are not dead yet.
Yes,
Yet.
we
Keyword yet.
We are mid combat, sort of. All the bad guys are dead. However, it is Andraste's go as Ruckus is again down for the count.
Yes.
God.
Well, at the top of my turn, I get to roll that 1d8 for extra healing as top of the turn. So I have 15 hit points currently, and then I'm because I can't get to him on this turn. I'm gonna roll 1d4, cast Healing Word at first level for 3 points of healing to you, friend. That'll stabilize you long enough for me to get there and do more.
So you pop up, and what does he see?
He sees he's lying like a baby nested in Uzo's arms as he pops up, and Uzo looks down and says, did you enjoy your nap?
Are you kidding me? Did I die again?
Perfect time to be laying down on the job, eh, Ruckus? As he gives him a little pat on the face.
Right after that pat and an angry pause of just like I'm frozen in anger, I'm gonna don't touch me.
He helps him up, and he says, well, you look a lot better than our captain, as he points to Remy walking towards him bloodied.
Hand on my ribs.
And I'm and I'm gonna jump and try to get to the docks. It's a athletics check
Yes.
because I'm far away from the guys that I need to be helping. I'm not okay with this.
It's okay.
As I'm
bleeding out
walking
over
back, I'm just screaming out that it's over, hoping the cannons stop firing.
Yeah, you see him stick his head out the port, kind of look around. Oh, Dad, good. All right.
I already hate this island.
I rolled a 15 to get from the ship onto the dock.
All right, not a problem. You jump down on the docks and run your way over to. At this point, everybody on the docks right there, as Ruckus slowly gets up, and we are completely out of initiative at this point.
Yeah.
All right. I walk over to the group. I check on everyone, and I just say, "Are you okay? Is everyone all right?"
I mean, as all right as we can be. Like I'm leaning against one of the pillars as I reach down to Ruckus and cast cure wounds at second level.
I am no worse for the way out. I shall be fine. You all need to take care of yourselves.
Winthorpe right here on my shoulder. We are going to talk about what happened here.
That escalated quickly.
We are going to talk about it. But right now we have bigger fish to fry. As I point to the villagers looking at us and coming out here, we've got some explaining to do, or we've got to leave.
If you want, I can have a conversation with these people.
No.
Isn't that what started this?
No, I will speak. The ship is still burning. Can we please get that out?
I will be on top of that. Come, Ruckus.
And I'm gonna reach down and put a hand on Remy's shoulder and cast Cure Wounds at first level. trying to help, man.
Thank you.
That's 8.
Thank you. That puts me at 28.
Excellent.
I use make my way back to the ship, kind of expedited pace, and decanter Vinless water to char out.
So you run. So you really need to get the planks back up first.
What can I build as he's?
I'm gonna jump across. Do I need to make an athletics check?
Jumping up.
So it's high. Yeah. I mean, you're not gonna be able to. I mean, if you can give me, there's always a chance.
So listen to this. You see on the boat here where Uzo would be, right? Jumping here.
Yeah.
Is this where the gangplank would be?
It's recessed, right? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I believe when we saved Ruckus, from the water, you said that there was a ladder built into the ship that was going there.
That's our ship. This is not the Chimera.
Oh yeah, this is the Chimera.
There would be some sort of ladder mechanism on the side anyway. I'm assuming.
I got 3 spells in my forehead.
I'm assuming
can I give you jump?
You can. I think. I don't know.
Jump.
I mean, I can't. Jump, you can.
I think
anyone
jump is just you.
Oh, nice.
No, it's anyone you touch.
Nice.
I'm going to overshoot this thing. I'm
Aim
totally
well.
not expecting to be casted.
Now it's on you.
All right. What am I rolling? Or does it just work?
It says it triples it. So if the running start mechanic that we've...
What's your strength score?
2. Oh.
No. 14?
14.
14 times 3.
Yeah.
That's how many feet you can jump.
Be 42 or something.
Yes.
Touch a creature.
Yeah. So if you cast jump on him, you can get onto the ship, no problem.
Doing it.
Done. Bing.
All right.
Whoa, shit. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So you launch onto the ship. I mean, it's similar experience to fly, where you have that sense of you are in control of this distance.
Is fly still active for Uzo?
It's concentration.
You didn't take any damage, did you?
Yeah, I did.
You
with
took
the
a fireball, but
Yeah.
you didn't roll the concentration for it.
Ooh, I did not.
It was you went unconscious? No.
No.
He's the only one who didn't.
I brought him back. There had been enough time because he went downstairs, with you guys. You guys were going to have a conversation below deck.
Yeah.
I'd assume it had.
I mean, that lasted all of 5 seconds till you Eldritch blasted.
All right. So regardless, you are on the ship. You make a Constitution check now. It was 34 points of damage.
So you got to be an 18?
17.
Yeah. Okay. Fly's gone, but you're on the ship. And you start putting it. You start dousing everything with water.
All right.
Back on the docks, Remy, you and Andraste both see somebody at the top of the cliff that is right there throw down a body, just and it lands next to one of the others. And there's a guy up there with a pretty big sword on his shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
He just kind of gives you a nod. It's like, is Barden down there?
He is. He is aboard the vessel.
Is he all right?
He is. But Captain Thorn, you stick your head out here.
And he comes up and is like, "Oh, Barney, it's Barney. Hello." He's like, "You all good?" And he looks around. He's like, "Yeah, I guess we're fine." Good. Kill 2 more of them up there. I'll bring them down. And he
excellent
retreats back.
So I would say that's our resident badass.
We're going to have to explain this to everyone.
Yeah. Yeah, what happened?
Yes, let's talk about that. I don't know, but what I do know is this. Peter Colton, who is on our ship right now, came here to kill you. His crew here in your old ship came here to murder you. We, in our vessel, came as far as we could and then took it by dinghy, boarded the craft, eliminated the threat on board, and then when his men brought you, well, a fight broke out. And we had to put them down at great personal cost.
Yeah, and as he's looking you over and everyone, you guys are definitely.
Yeah, I'm still like leaning against the pillar, just bleeding, just ow.
Well, holy shit, Remington.
Yeah.
You are quite the captain.
I wouldn't necessarily say that. The crew is really the ones to blame here.
As you say that, you see a corpse splash over into the water. Uzo's just dumping the bodies.
Sharks will be through soon.
Captain, can you help us smooth things over with the village? We were just trying to save your life. If you want to question Colton, you can.
Yeah. Honestly, at this point, looking down, I think Colton should pay a similar fate. He brought them here. He led these men to their deaths.
And 2 other ships that didn't even make it this far.
Yes.
That's not someone you leave. It's not someone you leave alive.
He will continue, I know it. There is no changing this man, for he is rotten to his core.
If
we have seen
if you don't have anyone to do it, I have a friend who likes such things.
I think that we should speak with him before we dispatch him. I believe he has the right to look at you and know his failure.
Very well. Let's put him in a chair on deck. Let me get Mitch up here.
Well, we will need the...
Mitch. I see you.
Uzo is
the gangplanks.
I think at some point Uzo's gonna try to coordinate with Ruckus to get the gangplank on the ship.
All right.
But he's also looting the bodies before he chucks them.
Okay.
If there's anything worth.
There's going to be a lot of stuff that you gather, so you can certainly do that. Ruckus, are you going to work on the gangplank?
Yeah, I'm working on the gangplank, but I'm unusually silent.
Okay. Give me a strength check and a perception check.
Let's do this. Strength first.
Okay.
Okay.
Perfect. That's hard.
That's perception.
Inspire.
Though perception is more important.
Inspire.
Can't inspire a nat 1.
Oh.
Minus 1d4 after making a skill or attack roll.
Hold it right, team.
Was that perception?
That was strength.
No, that was strength.
So for the gangplank. So I'm gonna have to give. I can give jump to 2 more people.
Do I see him struggling with it?
Yeah. You hear him. He's like splashing around in the water, like.
Or that my hands are in my pockets, kind
could
of sullen.
you do anything?
Give me that perception check.
Yeah.
Get out of the water, Ruckus.
You can't tell me what to
Get
do.
out of the water, Ruckus.
And
Spider walk. Yes, do it.
perception. I will spider walk, but
Okay.
perception is 12.
All right. Sorry. Okay, totally missed. However, a shark swims past you, like there's chum all over the water, and you're making a big splash, brouhaha.
Sword
And just-
immediately called.
Yeah, just kind of comes across as your feet just like hit the side of the ship.
Go.
And and then I call a flamberge and I'm like looking around for the shark and I'm backing out of the water.
Nice. So you
Or something.
view backwards up the side of the ship, and then over the top.
Still like looking for the shark.
Yeah. So now, I mean, you definitely see there's smaller sharks, right? These are not giant sharks. These are not great whites. These are, sharks.
Oh,
that you might find. Yeah. Still deadly to most people or low hit point adventurers. But they are, it is down the bottom of the ship. It's a feeding frenzy. Like it is starting to just as they're ripping bodies apart.
Kind of admire that, but I'm also still making my way back.
So at this point, Barden is like, I suppose I should call out to somebody to actually bring a plank. I'm sure
That
there's some around.
seems like a good idea, yes. So we can do this a little more conveniently.
So he goes kind of the edge, and he calls, he yells out a few names, and eventually, shortly thereafter, a couple of them come up and look out, and he's like, "We need a plank. We need a gangplank. Go find something," and they go off to get some wood to make a makeshift plank.
Well done, I say, as I hide my shame.
As I said, this crew is most excellent.
It's a Hallwind around here too, so be careful about that. They frenzy like sharks.
A what?
Goodness gracious.
Hallwind.
A what?
Yes,
They are creatures of the ocean. Snake creature type. Not snakes, what are they? Eels of
humanoid,
some kind.
sort of, but with
Yes.
shark-like jaws. Nasty creatures.
Yes, if they're anything like sharks, we've dealt with those before, and it ended poorly.
Yeah.
Captain,
The ocean's a dangerous place.
What are you doing here?
Oh, I run a tavern here.
You run a
Yes.
tavern.
Yeah, the Billy Walk. It's great times. We get so many. It's upscale. I admit. There's a country club here, and there's a fantastic haunted house down the way as well. It's not really haunted. Don't worry. I saw your face. It's,
No, it's not about that at all. Actually, we own a tavern as well.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
You own a tavern?
I do.
And a ship.
And a ship.
Oh,
yes.
Amazing. Look what's become of you. Just a
Looking
few
down
years.
blood everywhere.
How's Remy
me
looking overall?
I'm about half now. I'm at 28 of 62, so almost there.
Well, the dry
Three of
blood.
you are in the red on D&D Beyond. That's all I know.
Yes, Waterdeep and my exile from sea turned out to be quite an adventure, quite a learning experience for me. I made my way as a bounty hunter, trying to make a dime, and until I met these folks, the Foxy Regulars, and I have not felt so part of a crew since I sailed under you.
So you must have been the one to I see. So you were the one that what is the word? Notified the authorities that Colton had mutinied?
I believe they said ratted them out at the time. I believe that was the term they used.
So. I was quite angry for a long time. Then I here's the strange thing about life. Sometimes you gotta let things go. Move on.
Move on. I'm here saving your life because I didn't move on. I came back here. I came back for you. I had this ship, the irregular Phoenix, the crew. All of this was because of you.
That's amazing. I mean, I am grateful. I most likely would be dead. I would be dead if you had not come. You thank you. Really.
Captain, how did he get your ship?
Well, it was a mutiny. Well, someone, there were two of us that escaped. We got word.
You escaped the mutiny?
Yes, we escaped the mutiny. We fled. We actually booked passage on a ship to this very place. We went straight away, and we've been hiding out here. And eventually, hiding out turned into thriving, I guess. A group of adventurers called the Last Onion Brigade came through and changed the place quite rapidly.
Is that right?
Yeah.
What happened to the first Onion Brigade?
It's a good question. You should, very, very charming halfling woman running that. And Mitch, not so charming. Stabs you in the neck. Watch out.
I do watch out. I kind of rub the wounds near my neck.
And then just like casually, Andraste reaches over and taps you on the shoulder and casts another Cure Wounds at first level.
Oh. Thank you, Andraste.
So David and I, we escaped. We made our way here.
How many?
9.
Thank you.
And like I said, it was we were hiding out at first, and then a month passed, and no one came after us, and 2 months passed, and we started to see this as a pretty good opportunity to hide. Once the Last Onion Brigade came through, there was some quite a bit of visitation by nobility out of Baldur's Gate, mostly. I expect that's how word of my existence.
Nobility out of Baldur's Gate? Is that right?
Yes. Well, I mean, we have visitors. We have a country club. It is quite spectacular. The food is outstanding. It is very well done. There is potions happening.
Hold on. Go back to the food.
I don't know. Those potions sound rather nice.
I don't know. They're quite explosive. Some of them.
Yeah, I've encountered potions like that before. Fortunately, not. Well, never mind. Go on.
Where's this conversation taking place?
Right on the docks.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're just hosing stuff down, and you're hearing all of this as well.
Well, I'd like to stay if we can. We have a ship coming into port here in a couple of days.
Oh,
it's limping
2
along.
ships, yeah. Yes, we'll have to make. You'll have some repairs here. How bad is your ship if you had to take a dinghy?
Yeah. You see the Chimera? Yeah, it's like 3 times that.
There was a very large explosion of another ship right next to ours.
Powder keg went off. Have you seen these new contraptions they're using? These guns. Gun. What were they called?
Hand cannons, I think.
Hand cannons.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I've not seen them.
Oh, I have one here.
Oh.
They make quite the ruckus when they go off.
Uh-huh.
Do I hear that?
Yeah, I mean, you're like looking over the edge, like watching the sharks.
Oh, what? And that's all I say.
So while that's happening, Uzo's tossed the last of the bodies, but he has the captain and is still unconscious, and he props him up and he puts a spear to his throat and he shouts to shore, "Captain Remy, I made this one a promise for the crew to spare his life. They did not oblige. Allow me to do the pleasure."
I assure you, Mr. Uzo, that he will die. However, I want to have words with him first.
Of course, Captain. He drops the body back, and you.
Has a gangplank arrived at this point?
Yeah, so there is a gangplank down. Actually, it would have arrived because Remy, you had to have this conversation on the deck of the ship,
Right.
because that's where Barden was. So it
Oh,
arrived.
right.
Yeah, that came up, and in fact, a tortle brought it and put it up and came up. He's got a halberd, big, like a 8-foot spear. And he's looking over at Uzo's spear.
It's not the size of the spear that matters, my friend. I like your halberd.
Well, kind of it is, good sir, because with this one I can stab somebody 10 feet away.
This one as well.
Oh.
It's got a good, magnificent reach to it.
No.
Get those hard to reach areas.
Do I notice anything interesting about our turtle friend besides the fact that he's a turtle?
I'm glued to
Uzo's
him.
definitely looking him up and down like he's having a conversation that he thinks he should be speaking with animals in.
Looking at them, and I'm like, you hear him too? Like, same language?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh,
I wonder if I can pull him out of my bag.
Because I have my holy symbol visible.
I have no frame of reference. I could have been talking to turtle men my entire life and just not seen one before.
So he's 500 pounds. He's a big guy. He is 6 foot. A lot of shell. No clothes.
Does he have any sort of colored bandana across his eyes?
He does not. He does not look the spry type, although he can move surprisingly fast.
This is my first time ever encountering one of your species. What are you?
Well,
He looks over. He's like, "That seems to be a forward question." And then Uzo leans in and goes, "Is this abnormal?"
I'm a tortle.
A turtle.
Yes.
And are you native to this area?
Oh no, no. I came here with the Last Onion Brigade. Well, no, I came here with the Last Chance Brigade. Joined the Last Onion Brigade. Murdered a bunch of people, and then
Like you two?
yeah.
Your resume
Pointing
looks
to all the
wonderful.
people dead?
And he's like, flips the.
And
Albert.
what is your name, good sir?
My name's Mitch.
Mitch.
Mitch McDormand.
Mitch McTortle.
Does he wear
Yeah.
glasses?
No, he does not.
Ah, damn it! All right. Does he talk with a southern accent?
Oh, I love deliberations. I enjoy.
Can you?
Yeah, I come from Kentucky.
Where is that?
Can what?
Yeah, it is a far way. I've traveled quite the distance to get here.
Oh, well,
Well,
Sounds awful.
a pleasure to meet you, Mr. McTurtle.
Yeah. I help run the tavern some and hang around.
oh, it's wonderful to meet you. We are going to have a conversation here. Can you do us the great honor of making sure nothing happens to these bodies and just guarding it?
Sure thing,
Thank you, Mitch.
Mr. Thorn. Individuals I've just met.
But my
Thank you.
shield is stronger than your back.
I don't know. It looks pretty formidable.
We're going to go in here and talk.
Yes. I guess.
As I walk
Yeah.
away, I'm going to be making eye contact and saying, "I would bet my life on it again."
Uh,
How many times do you want to pull today?
as he kind of like turns around, just his shell does not hit you. Walk away. He might start a ritual, so you never
Somebody
know.
might start twirling.
Mitch, when he casts ritual spells, he just chases his tail for 10 minutes.
For 10 years.
But it only
I
makes one
absolutely-
round.
I absolutely love this. I'm so glad to see Mitch back.
So he will go off and kind of gather the bodies in a general area. All right, so you head into the captain's quarters now, and finally going to tie up.
Yep. Grab him.
Colton was already tied up, I think.
He was tied up, but we just I dragged him back in there.
His like hands were tied behind his back.
Yeah.
Thump, thump.
Why didn't we hog tie him?
No time.
He took damage every time you moved him around.
I'm sure he did.
Yeah, definitely wasn't
So
considerate.
I want to go around the captain's quarters while they're like putting him in the chair. I'm going to say tie him to the chair. While they're putting him in the chair, tying his arms and legs to the chair. I'm going around and looking at the captain's quarters and seeing what kind of a man he is.
So what you see is on one wall. So you've seen this before. Very similar thing in Barnabas's office. You see but this is a map of the Sword Coast, and there are pins and string going everywhere. It is clearly a manic trail that they were going, trying to track down, and it ending in Saltmarsh on that map. Is sort of the last place that the string ends.
Let's see.
Obviously obsessed and probably insane at this point.
Any other clues throughout the room?
So the room is unkept. You do not. There is not a made bed. It is dirty. Clearly hasn't been changed. Any of the sheets changed recently. It's pretty disgusting.
Okay. After I get done inspecting the room and looking at things, I come and see the progress if he's tied down properly. Good to go.
I tied him. Does somebody want to double check those knots?
With the higher sleight of hand, perhaps.
Yeah,
I'll take a look.
My sleight of hand's not shabby.
I got a plus nothing. You sure, Captain?
Plus 2 people can make sleight of hand checks. So let's do Uzo and Andraste.
+5
Me?
to mine.
Okay.
Roll.
What is my sleight of hand? I never use this.
14. I also want to detect magic on him.
Yeah, he's got he has a magic rapier.
That's off. That's disarmed.
Yeah. Well, oh yeah. I mean that's actually not even here. So.
Okay.
Yeah. And as soon as he's tied down, I'm gonna go find somewhere to sit down, like on the windowsill or something.
All right. Yeah. So he's tied up. So Barden goes to sit on the couch, but he thinks better of it, or the bed, and thinks better of it. So go.
Captain Thorn, let us stand in front of him.
Uzo pulls up a chair behind him, kind of off, but like has a spear pointed to the medulla oblongata area. Just kind of
Get him in the stack.
Yeah.
All right.
No intention to use it, just intimidation as he looks to Remy and kind of winks and nods.
So Barden watches that and goes, I don't know if that's such a great idea.
What?
I'm just used to Mitch. That's all. He stabs people in the neck. That's what he does.
Oh, well, that's what Uzo does as well. When
I'm
provoked.
beginning to like this person more and more. We should have a beer together once this is over. But if you don't mind, Captain, who Captain Remy respects a lot, this is how we do things as a crew. And we get results.
We do. Can't argue with that. It does happen.
There are results.
I will argue whether or not we get results, but
there are definitely results.
There are deaths and at least torturings.
And we're not all dead yet.
Exactly.
So all right. So yeah,
we're going to wake him up now, if you can, Andraste.
How far down is he? Just like unconscious?
He's 0 hit points.
All right, I'm not even going to get up and because I'm I'm tired. I'm hurt. I'm bleeding. I'm just gonna use my last spell slot to healing word him from where I'm sitting.
Okay.
Yeah, so that'll be 7.
Easy there.
As he kind of like does this a little bit and feels a point, turns. I guess. I don't even remember Peter. I don't remember Peter. Peter. Maybe it was funny.
Soon.
Yeah. But there was this guy Jensen that I met. Oh my God.
Yeah, he's 2/3 the man he used to be now.
Oh, Remy. Why?
Results.
Heroic results.
That's not the word I'd use. Go on.
Mr. Colton, you are no longer a captain. You are no longer an admiral. You are a mutineer sitting here, tied up on the ship that you stole from the man that you tried to kill. And of course Huh?
Yeah, he looks up at him and is a little like, just stares as you keep talking. He's staring at Barden.
Uzo takes the tip of the spear and he guides his chin back in Remy's direction.
All right. So it's like keeps his eyes over there and then brings them to you.
That's right. And here I am once again, stopping you from getting your prize. The death of our captain. You've been searching for him, as I point to the wall.
Found him.
You sacrificed 3 crews for it. We killed every last one of your crewmates out there. Every last one.
You see that recognition of him believing you. Well, of realizing that is most likely true. Right.
How many of our crew did you murder during your mutiny?
3.
3.
Yeah. The rest of the crew came.
3. Their blood is on your hands. The ones that you sent down to, what was that island?
The Isle of the Abbey.
The Isle of the Abbey. All of them dead to the last man.
You've been to Electrum?
Yes. Shortly after you. 2 weeks, in fact.
So you had the map.
Yes, we had the map.
Is that how you tracked me?
It is exactly how we tracked you. When I found out that you sacrificed an entire ship, good men that trusted you as their leader, in search of this man who you failed to kill, I swore you would die. But then when I came upon a second ship, scuttled on the rocks in the ocean, the sailors there, abandoned by you, pulled out of the water by us. There, all that crew's deaths are on your hands. And this crew that you led here, that you would have had them destroy the ship in themselves to stop us. All of their deaths are on your hands. How can you even call yourself a captain? All you do is get your men killed.
Captains have to make decisions. And those decisions sometimes get people killed.
Yes, sometimes. That's the key word there. Sometimes. You consistently do it. It's because you don't value your men. You don't value them as people. You see them as a means to an end.
I just need one thing.
This man's death, as I point to Barden again.
That's right. It's all that matters.
Why? Why? Why is his death, why is his life worth more than all the others?
When you put it that way, you make me sound like a monster.
I do not make you sound anyway, sir. I speak facts. But yes, you are a monster. And that is what the facts say. This man here, he was the best thing that ever happened to you.
Taught me everything I knew.
He didn't teach you this. You did. You will sit and you will listen to anything he has to say. Captain. And I step aside.
Okay. You can tell that he is definitely changing his. Barden is definitely thinking a lot more about this. And this is Mr. Remington's right, you know. All of this is your fault. The fact that I live where I live, peacefully now, but not always so, where five members of my crew, not 3, you killed. And Remy, you imprisoned. You hunted down. I don't know if I care enough to prolong this. I don't think there's any redemption or any acknowledgement of what you've done is even a paltry sign of forgiveness. No. I say, Mr. Remington, I say you put him out of his misery before he gets any forgiveness, and he is put out.
I draw Kumara. I put it up to his throat. Your last words.
And he just spits in your face.
And I just say, Uzo. That's all I say.
And Uzo grabs the hands tied behind the back and takes his pinky and bends it perpendicular. So I assume he's screaming like a little bitch now.
Yeah, he screams.
Hopefully.
And as he says that, as he starts screaming, Uzo pats him on the side of the face, says, "What a lovely singing voice you has." And then Uzo opens his throat as he's screaming, and gurgling blood comes out with his vocal cords humming and hissing and bubbling.
On second thought, maybe we should have did this outside. and Barden turns and just kind of walks away, not expecting that brutality.
As his lights fade, Uzo whispers to him, "Your crew had the opportunity to save your life. They chose not to. You reap what you sow. This is the end that you built." As he kind of guides him to the floor.
And just pool of blood going all over the floor in the room.
From Ruckus at Uzo. My goodness.
You look out, there's a tortle next to him.
We can be friends with that one.
And Andraste is just sitting quietly on the windowsill, hands tucked into her lap, just watching, bearing witness to all of it, just not saying anything.
I look over at Uzo and Ruckus. I look down at the body, and I say, before he stains the wood, let's feed him to the sharks.
I agree. Ruckus?
You really, now you direct to me when I deal with sharks. Yeah, forget it. Yes, I will throw him to them.
Thank you.
And I pick him up.
And Uzo looks at the slightly disappointed Andraste, and he kind of goes to say something, but he doesn't, and he just grabs the legs and helps Ruckus take the body out.
I hoist the arms, but kind of like under my, like exactly like football on it, under one arm. If I can try and disgracefully carry this body, I will do that.
There's blood spilling out everywhere too. It's like still shooting.
I'm gonna tap it out like a ketchup bottle. Like that's how you get it.
You take his head and just kind of
try to hold it together.
Yeah.
Arterial is a little harder to hold than that.
You hear Uzo in the distance talking to Ruckus. I don't think body parts work like that, Ruckus.
Yep, you just need a little elbow grease on the neck blood. And I try and make it work.
As they're doing that, I walk out to Barden Thorn. So you know he deserved to be keelhauled. You know he deserved the very worst. Uzo may be a bit much, but he deserved it. And worse.
I like to think even the most deserving of death get it swiftly, without pain. But it's a different experience now.
What happened? Used to be this grand adventurer, somebody that took delight in the sea and in doing what we do, being free, challenging everything.
When David came to me, got me out of there, we came here and we laid low, and like I said, we started to think maybe this is a place we can make our own. And I think, once you have somebody that's worth being around, you kind of change your tune about maybe dying every day. We live here. We like it.
I listened to what he said to me about that, and my mind goes back.
Yeah. And he actually at that point says, you were going to go back to someone, weren't you?
I did want to, yes. Before all this, if she would still have me. Her name was Winifred. My Winifred. Winnie. I don't know if she still lives. But I do know that last I saw her, she told me I had to make a choice, the sea or her. you can see what choice I made.
Now you have another choice. I don't need this ship.
It is yours, regardless. Whether you need it or not, it is yours to do with as you please. I am simply returning it to its rightful owner.
Thank you. I can certainly hire a captain and a crew and use it to bring people here. Full service.
There it is. And supplies too, if you need for your tavern. And for the rest of the village, I'm sure having an active supply ship and another one would help.
I still can't believe, Mr. Remington, that you've, in just a short amount of time, have gone from, admittedly, one of the most capable deckhands and fighters that I have seen to someone who's standing before me. You are very impressive.
Thank you, Captain.
And if that Winnie is still out there, she might be impressed too.
I hope that's right. But I have plenty of blood on my hands as well. Might be less impressive.
Yeah. Do you see how many people were out there?
I did.
Whew. Capable group.
I'm going to come out of the cabin at this point.
I mean, and at that point, it's like, the magic that this one has is quite impressive.
It is divine. It's a
It is,
joke.
it is a gift that I am honored to wield. Mr. Thorn, it's a pleasure to meet you. I've heard a great deal about you. I'm Andraste Nialo.
Pleasure. And he bows, grabs your hand.
In the distance, Uzo and I imagine Ruckus and Mort are just kind of standing in a 3-circle, like exchanging glances and like trade secrets and measuring halberds and spears, like rubbing blood off and stuff.
Can we not have dumped the body as well?
Oh, it's in the center of us.
Yeah, we dropped it. We were like, oh my God, yeah.
I like that. Did you like that?
That's
Like
Uzo,
that.
my first mate. He's quite the character, actually, and I trust him. He has proven himself time and again, and made me a better captain as a result. That other one is Ruckus Highborn of Baldur's Gate, actually. So if you've had visitors from Baldur's Gate, I'm sure we would love to know anything you know about them, as Baldur's Gate is a destination we plan to sail to. So
We could definitely pick up a crew there. You can see if there's people here that can get the ship once it's fixed.
Yes, our ship will also be docking here within a couple of days, and will need fixing as well. Do you have any kind of facilities?
We don't. Baldur's Gate's the closest. Daggerford after that.
How far is Baldur's Gate from here? I mean, I could look at the map, but I figure he knows.
You can get there probably in a week, 7 days.
A week.
Yes, but we'd be limping the whole way.
We would. We will deal with it. Let's see what happens when the ship comes. Until then, we are here with you, and we are at your service.
Very well. I've got rooms at the tavern.
I will gladly take you up on one of those.
And we've got gold. So
I'll get a crew here cleaning this place up as well. Locals could use the extra work.
absolutely, thank you, Captain.
He puts his hand on your shoulder again. It's like, crazy world we live in. Proud of you.
Thank you, sir. I had a good teacher.
That's the best compliment. Thank you.
Now, how about some of that very good food you were talking about?
Oh, yes. Karen is an amazing cook.
Yeah, I have worked up one hell of an appetite.
Yes, we missed breakfast.
Aaron.
All right. So you guys, are at this point, Mitch is like, sharks look hungry.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, Ruckus, let's dump him.
Gotcha. Yeah. But can we be in the middle of the ship in 1, 2,
2, 3?
I'm sure we can make it.
So then the three of us are gonna do strength checks.
I want
down.
Uzo to half-assedly toss him.
Sorry, Mitch nat 20'd it. So he's just like, you guys are about to go 1, 2, 3, and he's just like poof, launches it.
Uzo kind of looks at Ruckus and he does not understand the subtlety, but he will get it.
It was like 90% of the throw. I'm just in amazement.
And at this point, you, Uzo, and Remy, Kumara is like, hold on, and both of you hear a voice in your head. Well, that was interesting. And it's a familiar voice, Uzo. It is Dendar.
Are we in a trance or are we just kind of...
So everything's sort of, again, out
Okay.
in blackness, and you're kind of there. Very well. I don't know. Wow. Even
Whoa.
Dendar. It's disease.
That old
You-
Jensen, he gets around.
You, sir, are impressive. A bit brutal, but effective.
You need sometimes to speak with a sword than with the diplomatic pen. It gets results. I don't know what you want us to do, but we need to deal with what's in front of us. We've done that. You did not say anything about kindness.
Maybe I should have.
You chose him.
But for
Didn't you?
now, what?
Sorry, can I speak to it because
Yeah.
I'm hearing it? So
Yeah,
you
it's-
chose him, didn't you?
Uzo kind of whips in the direction he hears
Yeah.
Remy's voice, not
It
realizing
is
Remy's in here.
total blackness, but you see Remy next to you.
What?
Uzo was chosen.
And this, as I pull the sword out, Kumara out, the key came to me, was on my ship, the ship that I purchased.
Wonderful things, isn't it?
Things?
Wonderful coincidences, destinies, maybe.
You chose your champion. He is as you desired.
Better than
Hmm.
better than I thought. Impressive.
Appreciate that. But if we are on a destined path, maybe you can skip us to the end and tell us how this ends. Or can you not see that?
I can tell you we will fight a great battle in the hells. Together, side by side.
You are in the hells.
No. But that's where we're going.
Once we free you, you are going down to the hells.
We are going down to the hells.
Uzo kind of takes a deep breath and looks over at Remy.
Remy is smiling.
We have one target. And one target only. We kill Maman.
I know somebody who would be down with that.
I know. Interesting coincidences, wouldn't you say?
too many to be mere coincidence, I think.
I am not one who believes in coincidences.
Is this all you're doing? And
Slowly. I didn't always have this power. Uzo has brought himself power and me power as well. Those that came before him, well, they failed.
Help me understand not to go down their path. You say that I chose the learned path, but admire my brutality. I fear that the decisions I make without knowing them skate on a razor's edge between failure and success. This battle could have easily turned through a decision I made, which I thought was the right one. Give me guidance. I'm going towards you blindly. I don't want to imperil my friends.
I think you should listen to them. All of them.
He turns and looks at Remy and nods.
I give him a smile and a little nod back. I turn back to Dendar and go, I've been telling them that for a long time, a very long time. And I kind of nudge him over like that.
Uzo's kind of still unsure and unsteady. This throws him, but he's, doesn't want to lose his composure in the presence of a god, so he maintains a scowl.
Yeah. Maybe a little less violence, but you're going to need that too. Now, rest and take the gifts you're going to get in the morning.
What gifts?
The gifts you choose.
I don't.
And with that, you guys are back, not missing a beat from where you were.
And he's staring blankly in what was Ruckus' direction. And he's like, gifts, I don't feel any stronger.
Are you all right?
I come out of it laughing, just all of a sudden. I'm sorry.
Have both of you gone completely mad?
You're awfully chippery for being near death.
I've just...
Which one of us?
I've just
Anybody.
seen a god. So, I'm great. I even cracked a joke in front of him. It was great.
I was standing next to him, but laughter was not the response that I left with. I think we should rest because we might need our strengths for whatever lies ahead.
Well, we can't go anywhere until the Phoenix gets here, and that'll be a couple of days at least. So if there are rooms for us to stay in, it would be good to stay in them. What is the area of what is Saltmarsh, the area around Saltmarsh look like to me?
So it is a small village. From what you think you might know, it is built up a little bit nicer. There's a cobblestone courtyards and roads at this point. You do see a number of newer residential buildings that look significant, I guess, more than just a small little hovel.
Okay.
So it is Saltmarsh like in the book, except for now it has a country club and an upscale tavern and
I described there being a forest nearby, but I don't remember if that's actually canon.
Yes, there certainly is a forest nearby. It is, so this, while it's an island, it is a very, very large island. So it's part of, other things. It's not the only city or town or village on the island.
All right.
Not quite New Zealand, but big.
Uzo puts his hand on Mitch and goes, I feel I need to rest, if you could point us in the direction of the tavern, we'll start to walk. But odd request, but I think you can accommodate. You wouldn't happen to know where I can find an octopus around?
Oh crap.
Yes, I'm afraid I'm rather tapped out at the moment, unless there's someone around here who knows dispel magic.
Oh, you need dispel magic.
Or an octopus.
Yes, do you know someone who can do it?
Certainly. Give me 10 minutes. No, let's detect magic.
I
No.
love that. I need dispel magic or an octopus.
That's quote of the night, man.
It's so good.
So Mitch most certainly can cast dispel magic.
Yes, my friends have cursed armor, and they need to remove it or they start suffering exhaustion.
It's a blessing and a curse.
Uzo looks at Ruckus and goes, "Is your armor cursed?"
He's kind of squeaking in it.
There's a certain level
Go
of
and try and rip it off of him and watch his skin go with it.
I want to keep it now.
Its armor has kept you alive.
But there is a certain level of exhaustion that will kill you, and this armor will get you there. So
I always forget about that. Yes,
there is a blessing. Certainly, it keeps him alive, but it's also a curse. Boy, if that isn't a parable at the moment, and just like shake my head and walk away.
You will be happy to learn, Androste, that the god told me to be less brutal. As his voice trails off.
That only matters if you listen, and just keep walking.
He also said that as he looks over to Ruckus.
I'm shaking my head. That sounds boring.
So Mitch will cast dispel magic on the two armors.
Nice.
As it gets loose. So.
Because Tiana the player knows full well that Mitch is a cleric and can do that.
Cleric with a halberd like that?
Yes.
I'll just say to them, all right, well, to the tavern.
All right.
To take our rest.
So you guys head off to the tavern, ready to come back, probably resting most of the day, lounging, doing not a whole lot.
Drinking.
To return at 9th level.
Oh, yes. Finally, Rogue 6.
I cannot wait till you get to Rogue 7 so I can drop a freaking fireball on you and it not matter.
Evasion would have saved my bacon today.
Yep.
And I do not have it. So, yeah.
No, it wouldn't have, though, because that was a wisdom saving throw, not a dex saving throw.
I thought it was a dex saving throw for that. Oh, no, it wasn't wisdom. Yeah. No, that's fair.
Oh, come back with him.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah, that's such a good counter to non-wisdom like rogues. I was like, wow, that's very effective.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I should have gone 15 feet back. No idea.
Yeah.
They get another invocation.
Yeah, three of us went unconscious. What the?
I was one saving throw away from it.
I know. I was watching that just like, no.
Thank God for the inspiration. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Thank community. Thank the
Our
community.
community's amazing. Thank you guys.
Thanks for keeping the story going, you guys.
Seriously.
Which, Tiana, how many are left over?
We currently have 9, so we'll have 4 to carry over and 5 to go into the boy.
I'm gonna make sure that 5 to go into the boy.
5.
I wouldn't expect episode number 69 to go any differently.
You know, we definitely fucked ourselves.
That's the episode we're on?
I think so.
Okay, as Uzo is walking away, I show Mitch his magnificence.
It's only funny when I do it.
How big is yours?
Uzo's like,
no.
I don't want to compare with this man.
Mitch is pantsless.
Yeah, there's nothing there.
Keep it.
I look.
There was actually a full discussion about this on Saltmarsh that James very happily participated in as the other reptile.
Cloacas are bound.
James is like a half an hour of, I don't have any pants on. And there's nothing you see as a lizard. He's just like goes into the whole reproductive system.
Like I just went forward and went, go on. I
built an anatomy
in this.
That's awesome.
Turtles having sex is one of the funniest things in the world.
Oh my God! Isn't it?
This is on par with our show. Let's go.
I mean, there's no better way to go into 9th level.
Yeah, okay, sell us.
National Geographic. Anyway.
Yeah. You know, there's that
right.
one tortoise that literally saved his whole species.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guy a medal.
Lucky
Yeah.
tortoise. Yeah.
Yeah. Sign me up for his job. And not literally his. Anyhow.
Yes. No. You love turtles, and this is,
Inoperable human job.
you love turtles, and this is where
You're out of the game.
shows.
You're officially done, Bo. Congratulations again to you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Good
Thanks.
lord.
So
You brought back all the turtle species.
thank you guys for watching us. Be sure to subscribe.
In spite of this.
If you are listening to us on the podcast, give us a rating and review. We appreciate it. I know that one of us, probably Tiana, is going to say the exact same thing momentarily.
Yep.
In the end of the podcast stuff. We have new podcasts out right now. We have a whole podcast network. It's not all one feed, so that you don't get a whole bunch of random shows. You get your show, one after another after the other. So please subscribe to all of our feeds.
Yeah, you can subscribe to the ones you want.
Yes. All the
And
ones
it's
you
all amazing.
Because we have the Call of Cthulhu, we have Natural One, we have Chaos Agents, we have Carbon 2185, and we have short shots and one shots. That was not a good name. I always want to say
Yeah.
short.
Yeah.
short shots. And we also have the untitled question.
Yes, which I'm very excited about to be able to listen to.
The Sharters.
Sharts and chaos. I hope. Can we do the channel? Is it too late?
It is. Sorry, mate. It's too late.
That's
We're
okay.
12.
It's okay for many reasons.
Yeah, I
understand.
play with a pack of 12-year-olds.
So thank you all. Good night. It is late. We love you. Thank you, and have a good night.
Good night.
Yes.